G'day everybody and welcome to Club Helensvale for the 2025 Premier League Finals weekend. What a great weekend of bowls we got lined up here. We got some of the best players in Queensland and New South Wales available in Victoria. It's going to be one heck of a weekend. We've got 4 colossal games, so sit down, get comfortable and wait for a great weekend of lawn bowls right in front of you. And of course in co-commentary with this morning is Craig Howard.
Craig Howard.
Craig Howard. Of course, Craig is the treasurer. The treasurer of Premier League, and unfortunately security's not doing their job. I see Paul Staggart has snuck it through. He must have jumped the fence. But Craig, absolute pleasure to have you on board here this morning, mate. And what a great game we got lined up first up. Absolutely 2 colossal teams, full of quality players. We've got pretty hard to work out a winner out of this at this particular stage, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, well, look, when you get to this end of the season, both teams have just made it in there, and of course it's the last game for one of these teams. One will be finishing their season, and yeah, you wouldn't like to sit here and pick who the winner will be at the moment. 2 quality sides, 2 great skips, Brad Piper and Sean Baker. They'll certainly have a big impact on their sides, and like any game, also you look back at the other end. It's always up front and who gets their side off to a great start. So young Riley Garrick and Tyler Pettigrew, that should be a really good Leeds battle.
That is really going to set the tone for the day. You've got 2 outstanding young players there,
yes, that
are really making their mark in our game. And of course on the back end you've got Tony Williams, of course. Tony, a very well travelled bowler in Premier League.
Yep.
Brad Piper, of course. You got Alfie Boston, of course. Like Alfie, a very, very well credentialed bowler also too from the Ballina region. So
yeah. Look, there's not a bad player who makes it into the top grade. So.
No, and that's true. And of course, with Sean Baker, you've got Dean Drummond playing 3. Now, Dean's been playing exceptional bowls all year, Craig, and Joel Downey, and of course, as you said before, Tyler leading up. Now, that's the one that I'm interested in, the battle of these 2 players here.
Yes.
2 young guns, in my opinion, the future of our game.
Absolutely, and it's not underestimated in the game, because people that follow the game and know the game well know the value of the leads, and sometimes it can be a thankless job. It's one of those things. Your bowls may or may not be there at the end of the particular end, but what it does do is it sets the side up.
Just like this.
Look at that. Yep, magnificent opening.
Mate, I've actually gone back to playing league these days, and because I was sick to death for being dumped in it, going last. And it's absolutely fantastic, Craig. It really is.
I've heard this story from you a few times now, and I'm not really sure what the motivation is. You tell me that
it's mainly to set the team up, mate. It's got nothing to do with rolling the kitty, drawing 2 shots, and going to the bar. It's got nothing to do with it, Craig. Nothing to do with it.
and how are you going with that? Are you getting any close?
Mate, every now and again I happen to actually drop one or don't get excited and keep my eyes closed, and mate, but truly, look again, Riley Garrick, of course, Riley, mate, absolutely fantastic young player, won the under-18s, of course, Australian Open, been in the under-18 Queensland team for quite a period of time, and been a very, very good player. But Joel Downey, going to get a little inside edge, not quite. Oh, geez, I tell you what, they're getting fair dinkum. But not just that, we've also got, if you're around the Helensvale area, you've got to call in and see some of these great players. You've got Kane Nelson playing Ben Twist, and in the other game you've got Jacob Nelson playing Ryan Bester. Like,
yes,
you know, where do you look? You look all over the place, don't you? You know what I mean? Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's right. It's
great bowl here from Alfie too, or Alfie Boston there, straight away too. Perfect way to bowl. You can see there's a good crowd in already too, Craig, so we're looking forward to an absolute sensational day here today. Now Joel, has he dropped a little bit of weight? Little inside edge. Yep. It's the only way I saw it, mate.
Well, that's what they're there for.
Yeah, they're there to use, mate, aren't they?
Exactly. That's where the skill comes in as you go towards the back end.
Yep.
Being able to find the bowls, find the holes, use a bit of imagination.
That's true. Now, you see there, like, I mean, a good skip in Brady's been around for quite a period of time. Doesn't matter if Alfie's got shot. He said if you can't get shot, at least finish in behind.
Yes.
To match these 2 white bowls of Tylers.
Well, the one thing you do know in this level of bowls is that they're going to be aggressive. If heads build up, these players will get aggressive at it.
Yeah.
So you need to have protection. You need to think about your head. It's a thinking game, and I think that's what a lot of people really do like about the sport. Doesn't have the aggression that some of the body contact sports have, but it has touch, skill, and it takes a lot of thinking through a game. Great
bowl here from Dean Drummond too, just quietly. Well, he may have given it away there, but gee whiz, that's a great bowl. That's Alfie Boston over there, I think, on the left-hand side, so looks like his coloured bowls. It's true, like, I mean, the best way to destroy bowls as far as I'm concerned, Craig, it's very similar to a game of chess. You've got to outthink your opponent before, and you don't leave them with shots that they're comfortable with to play.
True.
It's... Tony Williams, of course, Tony, as I said, or Anthony, Tony, when you want to call, he's very well travelled, one heck of a very consistent player too, a consistent performer at this level. G'day Cam, greetings to you also, mate. A great bowl here from Tony first up once again. Just picks up the kitty.
Yeah.
Geez, that's very inviting now though, Craig, isn't it?
Well, that's what we say here. You're going to expect him to reach up and reach through that now. You're not looking to dead draw a shot like this.
No, 100% correct there. G'day Joshua Beattie. G'day Roy Campbell. How are you, Roy? Great seeing you the other day, my friend. G'day Jared. Joshua, you're supposed to be the roving reporter, so start roving, please. Now, going to get an inside edge? No, going to hit it too clean. Yeah. Now, not too sure who went back there, Craig, so it looks as though Tyler from here may have best backward, but it'd be touch and go. Not too sure on who's actually right behind. So
we've got a bowl sitting in the ditch, which I don't believe is a toucher. I think that'll be coming out. So really, there's a lot of room between there and the spot.
Tony is just trying to beat these bowls here at the back. Like, that's not a bad home there, Craig.
Well, certainly, that jack can get a little bit of work on those bowls and then just end up just squeezing through that hole. So all depends on what contact is made as to where this could end up.
True. G'day, Reese. How are you this morning, mate? We'll see you up in Cairns early next month, mate. Looking forward to it. Sean Baker just going to play control weight by the looks of it, Craig. Just going to try and reach the head, which I don't think he's got the grass line.
Yeah,
He's awfully close though, but just at that weight, at that weight, I think he just had to be a little bit more aggressive at that. So Brad Piper definitely holding 2 shots here by the looks of it, and then they got themselves in a very good position with that bowl just in behind. Good on you, Mitchell. Good to see you on board, mate. I see you've moved to Townsville, mate. G'day, Patricia. I think you'd be going for Capalaba somehow, Patricia. Right, Brad Piper, custom left-hander. Has he got the weight? He's definitely on a perfect line for this as it starts working its way into the head. He's actually following it down, so he must like it, and I would like that too. If he rolls that
Absolutely.
bowl, that's a great bowl, mate.
Bowl. And as casual as you like. You see him strolling down the rink. He was having a look across the rink, seeing what was going on.
Yeah,
he knew the moment that left his hand, it was in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I think Bates will go a bit firmer at this.
Oh, I think he needs to.
I think he has to now. It's the only way he's going to have a clean out.
Sometimes you don't like to play those big shots early, but
sometimes you have to, mate.
Yep, here he goes. Yep. Oh, he gets a result off the wide one.
Well, has he?
Now,
not too sure on that front bowl. He could be. Oh no, there's Tyler. He probably could be 2 down, I think. But I think that bowl sitting jack high there, Craig. Looks to be the same colour as his back one, and I'm pretty sure they're Alfie Boston's bowl.
Yes, they will be the 2-shot bowls.
Hey, good on you, Patricia. Slow down, Terry. Are you here watching his Musgrave Hills play, mate?
Oh.
Looked like 2, was it?
No, it was more than that.
Was it?
Yeah, he's...
We'll see when they do the board.
Yeah, no, he signalled... I saw quite a few fingers go up there.
Are they going to do the board?
Well, the biggest thing at the moment is probably trying to work out the electronics.
Ah, of course they are.
Yeah. So two guys that are not from here, just working out.
Let's work it out. I wonder what they had in their hand there, Craig. Is obviously the.
Yep. Hang on. Called in some help.
Okay, Riley on the mat at the moment, playing his forehand.
Got a lovely delivery, gets down low and stays down.
Mate, for a young man his size, he has the perfect delivery, mate. G'day, Kelly. Good to have you on board. All the best to Damo too. G'day, Robert. It was 2 to Capalaba.
No, 3. 3 and count.
3, 4.
Yeah, no, I said I saw a few fingers.
5.
And I'm not sure if it might not be 6.
6.
Yeah, 6, yeah. I thought I saw 6 fingers go up. There you go.
6. Handy start by the Capalaba team there. See another great bowl there from Tyler. Look at this bowl here from Riley. Has he got the run? He has got the run. That's a great bowl by Riley Garrick. Absolutely brilliant. G'day, Lynn. Watching from Noosa. Timmy Phillips. How are you, Timmy? Are you on a cruise, mate? Now, Tyler, I don't think he's quite got the run. He's got the grass line, but not quite got the run. So, Alfie Boston's going to try and sit this back bowl of Tyler's. How you going, Shep? Good catching up with you last week, mate.
Just laid up a little short there.
So Joel now on the backhand, just trying to come around this bowl here of Tyler's. Just don't think he's going to clear it. No, he just hasn't quite got the run. Got perfect line on that one there, but not quite got the run.
Take all these players an end or two just to start to find their range, but once they do, we'll expect to see these heads tighten right up.
Hey, look forward to seeing it, Timmy. Catching up with you, Timmy. Working his way in very nicely there from Alf. Bit more of a nuisance bowl just there too, Craig.
Yeah, well, he's effectively made that hand. Their side can really only play that now. The other guys really need to be coming down this.
And Joel, conscious of the fact, had to have something in behind the head there. Good on your pot hole, Pete. Got a great weekend, mate. Okay, down to the 2/3 now. Definitely advantage once again to Capalaba. A great start by them. Okay, Tony on the mat at the moment, playing the forehand. Trying to cover these two bowls here, Craig, and he's done it absolutely superbly.
Yeah, well, they're holding one good shot, and of course any move on Jack brings the Musgrave back bowls in, so definitely want to be up and past.
Okay, Dean. Hey, good on you, Lucas. Trying to draw this here, Dean Drummond. I'll tell you what, he's definitely in the area here, Craig. A great bowl here from Dean Drummond. That is a sensational bowl, mate.
Yeah, tucks that right in. Doesn't leave a big shelf there. It's
probably, if they're going to try and sit it out, there'd probably be a cannon on with that front bowl of Alfie Boston's.
Yes.
That's about the only way, unless they're just under that. Even then, I think if he got the back end of that bowl, the kitty would spring out the left-hand side. He's definitely gone for the cannon, but I don't think he's going to get. He's going to get in another direction. No, he's just going to miss that too.
Yeah, just missed under.
Yeah, see you shortly, Lucas.
Tyler's bowl is set up on that cannon to
yes, it is
potentially
too.
Get there.
Both of them are set there, really, aren't they?
Yeah. It just depends on the angle of connection. It could go straight through it, or it could get a sort of a little weird angle and just miss.
Yeah. Well, this is what annoys me when skips say, "Played again."
Yeah.
You think, hang on, I played one. Give us a break. Okay, I tell you what, he's got a nice line here once again.
He's right up there again.
Gee whiz, mate. That is sensational bowling.
Bowls.
That is excellent bowling.
Excellent bowls. And
you cannot get better than that, Craig. There's no way in the world.
Yeah, and you can't get to it with a lot of weight, except, well, I guess there's the cannon on this side. There's also the short blue bowl that he can punt up on the forehand as well.
See, I thought that was closer looking at it. Now you look at it from the side. That's a very hard shot to play now when you look at there on the screen. You look at the difference between the blue bowl and that, but he's going big weight.
There we go. And got the perfect result.
Yeah, but he's probably still 3 down.
No, he's got that's Tyler's bowl there.
Yeah, Tyler's bowl. So that's Musgrave.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
And they're both Deans.
I'll get them on the right side. Yeah.
And they're both Deans.
Yeah, Tyler's there. Yeah. And the black and whites are
not too sure.
The grey and whites are Deans.
Not too sure if those two of Deans are in before Tony. Oh yes, no, they're in before.
The grey in behind is probably Capalaba's closest.
Yeah, that's Tony's bowl.
Yep.
They'd probably be holding at least 3, I reckon, mate, if not 4. This could be a record high-scoring match here.
Well, all attack, no defence.
Yes. Now Bakes, has he got the run? No, not quite. Had to give a bit more than that. And, of course, in the Reggies over there, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Capalaba playing Pine Rivers. And in the rinks behind us, we actually have Pine Rivers playing Algester in the Premier League. And in the Reggies, we've got Paradise Point playing Broadbeach. We've got a great cross-section of the bowling community here. I tell you what, Brad, he's on a nice line from here. It comes down to his weight. He's not going to be far away here, Craig. He's played this brilliantly. What a bowl. Yep. That's a sensational bowl. That's a pressure bowl.
Great skipper's bowl.
Yep. You don't get much better than that.
And from this spot, you would say they are one. And he
could be two.
Possibly bought that grey bowl in the back end as well.
So. May have too, mate.
So Bakes is down. He might be a fraction tight here, is he? Unless he gets a little slide, which he's very close to. But not quite the run. So just the one being indicated at this point in time. Still checking the head. Yep. One to Capalaba. So great conversion there by Brad Piper. So it gets them out to a nice 7-0 lead, but very early in the game. If you find so often that if you get out to a lead early, it's a long way home, and quite often you see the momentum change somewhere through the game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in these opening ends, if things tighten up a little bit or if Capalaba skip out a little way. So Riley's right in the area here. Just a fraction wide, but beautiful weight.
That save by Brad there could be very handy to the latter stages of this game. So
yeah, I was just saying, Brian, when you were just off air there for a second, these games, when you get out to early leads, it can be really difficult to maintain and bring it right through a game.
Particularly at this level.
You see so often a momentum change.
Yeah.
And when it does, it's really hard to wind it back. So
that's ever so true, that, Craig.
So these next 3 or 4 ends are going to be really interesting to see if the game just tightens up again, or Capalaba gets that early lead, and then
can they
hang on?
Can they hang on? Look at this bowl here from Riley Garrick too for the correction. It's absolutely magnificent bowl there from young Riley, sitting just in behind. So Tyler doesn't have to change too much, just add a tad more weight. His line was absolutely spot on. He could even play through that too.
Yeah, he'd just be looking to reach into the head, and
he's played this very well, mate.
Great shot.
Geez, that's well played. As we said, mate, the battle of the leads.
That's 4, yeah, exactly. It's 4 pretty good bowls. You know, even Tyler's first short one is not out of the knock-up area.
Yeah. Now, Alfie, a little bit underdone grass line with this one here. He wants to stay off this front bowler, Tyler's, which he has done. Look at the weight on it, though. Absolutely first class. Just needs just a bit more grass with his next one. Very good crowd in too, Craig. I noticed both car parks are chock-a-block full now.
Yes, there's not a lot of room in the car parks, and I would imagine this is going to just build up as the afternoon goes on.
I think it will, mate. By this evening there'll be a great crowd in here, so it's going to be a colossal.
Oh, how good is a Saturday night game down here?
Yeah.
Especially after some of the punters have lubricated up during the afternoon, and
should be a great night's entertainment here at Club Helensvale this evening. Now, Alfie, I tell you what, he likes this. He's following it. He's egging it on. And why wouldn't he? Look at this for a bowl from Alfie Boston.
Another great shot.
Well played. Okay, Joel, looking down just to trail this kid. He's got one in behind. I think it maybe just have a little bit too much weight where he's going to hold that line. He's got a couple of bowls back there. It gives his teammates something to play for.
Yeah, two really good in the catching pen.
Yep. G'day, Ian. How are you? Mike Watts. G'day, Mike. Mike from Wales, Aberystwyth, over in Wales. One of our regulars. got a great weekend of bowls lined up here, Mike. We got the 2025 Queensland Premier League Finals weekend. We got a colossal game after this one. We've got the winner of Pine Rivers and Algester to play the winner of this game. But the one we'll be doing, the winner of Algester Pine will be playing Burleigh Heads, I should say. That's the game we're doing next. Should be an absolutely incredible game, that, with Burleigh Heads getting the morning off with the being minor premiers. And of course the loser of Pine versus Algester will play the winner of this game here, Musgrave Hill versus Capalaba. So got a great weekend.
So Tony just put in a really terrific positional bowl there, splitting those two back bowls that we were talking about before, being in the catching area.
Well, one thing about Capalaba early in the game is that they've had the capacity to play those covering shots too, because they've been holding shot.
Yeah.
So it's just something.
And that's something that doesn't sometimes get recognised a lot, is the ability to play the covering bowl the first time.
I couldn't agree more than that, that's for sure.
If you miss it the first time, then you've got to waste another bowl looking for it.
Yeah.
And it inhibits your ability to build the head the way you want to. So
look at this bowl here from Tony. Not going to be too far away, but it's going to be... that's in the count, mate.
Yeah.
That's a great bowl from Tony. Like, the pressure's really coming on early from the Capalaba Comets. Absolutely coming on... putting the pressure on the Musgrave, the Pelicans.
Yes, well, they'd be holding 5 there. Or 6, or actually they're holding 6, aren't they?
What a bowl from Dean.
There you go.
Mate.
Only takes one to ruin a good party, doesn't it?
There's always one in the crowd, isn't there, Craig?
What a great
bowl.
But
that's a great bowl, though. That's a pressure bowl by Dean. But this chap here, hasn't he played well so far? Brad Piper now, his conversion shots so far have been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, I think see a lot of people improving bowls over the years, and I think Brad's one of those guys who's really stepped up in the last 4 or 5 years.
Absolutely.
He's now regarded as a top line skip in this competition. And
just going to hold at that pace. Not too far away, but wherever that finishes is going to be pretty handy anyway.
Well,
g'day Sharon, g'day Mark. Irene Grigg watching from Edinburgh in Scotland. Good to have you on board. And g'day Butch says, go well, Pelicans. Patricia, what are you saying, go the Pine? You're a Capalaba girl. Okay, Sean Baker.
Not sure he's going to get back from out there, but he might be...
I think he's playing a bit of a covering bowl here, by the looks of it, mate.
He might be, but
He's got an idea that
he's a fair bit of cover out there already, but
if Pipes hit that, he seems to think that's where the kid is going to go, mate. So he's really got to hit it to the left-hand side of the bowl, doesn't he, to sit it through their head, because they have got probably 2 seconds there. Doesn't need it on the right-hand side as we're looking at it, because I reckon that'll probably send it out to the left-hand side of the rink. So I still can't get over, mate, the amount of cars piling in here, though.
Yes.
Craig Holmes. G'day, Craig. How are you, buddy? Hope you're keeping well, mate.
Yeah, it's really a decision on weight here.
Yeah.
I mean, he can afford to get the inside of the bowl if he's just got nice touch weight, because that is their bowl, their blue bowl, just out on the Alf's bowl out to the left as we see it on screen. But he's just got to be very careful and wait to do that. He's playing a bit more than touch weight though. Looking for a piece of jack there. Oh yes.
He has. What a bowl.
He's tucked that right into the pack.
Has he tucked that into...
Right in the middle.
That's Tyler's bowl there, though, is it? The white one? Can't see, there's a leg in the way.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, it's Tyler's bowl in the middle of there, the whitey, the pinky white one. But there's, which it looks like it's possibly sitting on.
It could be, but it's pretty hard to tell from here, isn't it?
And it's Riley's bowl that is just
there, yeah.
just next to that.
So Riley's rather got one, or Tyler may have one. I think the only shot that really Bakes has got to play, if he's looking for it to consolidate, is on his backhand. Any movement on Tyler's bowl and Riley's bowl would go out the head. But he's got to be very dangerous with that toucher in front, though.
Well, I would suggest he must be down, otherwise he
would not play the shot. He would not play the shot. Yeah, if he was holding shot, he would definitely take the shot. In my opinion, you're dead right. Yeah, a bit quick for that.
Just going to hang up.
One down. Yeah, you did right, mate. He dead set had shot there. So what a great head once again, and a great bowl there by Pipes.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Played that just correct weight.
Yes. Well, obviously not what he had in mind. He didn't go back to the mat and think, I might just come and chip that in there.
No.
But he was reaching for that jack, and obviously looking to get more of it. But
the old saying, mate, your luck starts once you reach the head.
Absolutely.
And that's 100% correct. At the moment, everything falling very nicely in Capalaba's way, but they're playing good bowls to achieve it too, though, mate.
Yes, the old story, bowls in the head, they're outnumbering.
Yes.
They're outnumbering Musgrave at the moment with bowls in the head. So
yep.
That's where your luck starts, when you have the numbers.
Yeah, ever so true, mate. Because for everybody there, Robbie, of course, has the scores on the left-hand side of the screen there for the rinks, and also has the reserve grade qualifying game on this green.
No, that's the top grade on the other green.
Oh, sorry, top grade on the other side. I beg your pardon. That is the top grade too.
Yeah, so Algester off to
a flying start.
Well, a solid start.
Yeah, 6-3.
But yeah, not a great deal in that early on. But
very early, my friend.
What you like to do is be competitive in those opening rounds and get yourself off to a good start.
No, absolutely.
Played up a little shy here as
perfect grass line.
So Riley in the early stages is getting the better of this Leeds battle. He's the one who's had pretty well the majority of his bowls on or just past jack, and Tyler's just leaving a couple short at this point in time, which I'm sure he'll
rectify. Yeah, great bowl here from Riley once again, though. Look at that, two very good weighted bowls.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're being super critical at this level, you say, well, he'd like one of his just past the head.
Yeah.
But that's being very critical.
That's if you're down, but that's a good bowl there from Tyler. G'day, Brucey.
Exactly, yeah. So his skip would be extremely happy with that. If you can't get the shot, be back there, because the quality of these guys is you can make Riley's two bowls very ineffective very quickly with a bit of movement on jack. So.
100% correct, mate. Quite a good positional bowl there too from Alfie Boston. Once again, I said having the luxury of being able to play those covering bowls early. But Joel, now after the kitty, as he just going to get there by the looks of it. That's a great bowl from Joel Downey. Very well played. Look forward to catching up with you, Bruce. Patricia, you say that Pine is your club too, but they're all the best of all teams. 100% correct, Patricia. Now, I tell you what, Alfie, he's got this on a very good line. He's asking it to rip.
Good bowl.
Very good bowl.
Probably half a bowl wide of getting a great result.
Yeah. Played that very well, Alfie Boston. I said very well credentialed bowler. Been around the Ballina area for a great number of years. Yeah, two great bowls from Joel. Alfie's a pretty well-travelled player too through the Premier League ranks too. He started off in, you remember correctly, at Belmont.
Right.
And of course, when the Nelsons that went over to Capalaba, he followed them over.
Okay.
And he's been hanging around Premier League for quite a few years. So it's, as I said, a very experienced campaigner, Alfie Boston.
Yeah, well, the league's been going for long enough now that you've got generations of players. You you're starting to get fewer of the players that, we've got a kill here.
Got a kill. And his bowl went through, so it's going to be shot.
Get the bonus.
Yeah, it's going to be shot.
Plenty of room there, but
yeah.
I was just saying the generation of bowlers that have been in the league from inception is starting to get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, and that's 100% correct.
And and the newer younger players that are coming through the game, and some really exciting ones as well.
Yeah.
It is good to see.
Well, you look at the average age, you see, I think it's Rebecca Rickson out there playing for Capalaba in the Reggies.
Yes.
Of course, she won the gold medal.
For
Malta.
Malta. Yeah. We played against her when we played Capalaba at home.
Yep.
And I could not believe that she was leading in the reserves.
Yeah.
That she
shows you the strength.
She put on a clinic.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could say is she mustn't be doing it every week, because if she was,
she'd be in the top two.
Oh, absolutely. Gee, she led well.
But I must admit, you look at the leads that Capalaba have turned up here with today, and all of them, they, as much as Rebecca no doubt played brilliantly that day, as you said, she may have had an off game or something, but the leads have really been setting it up for Capalaba so far. It's a good bowl there from Dean Drummond, setting Jack high, but that last bowl of Tony's, so I'm not too sure. It could be shot though, because it did fall over.
You would think so. The one sitting on the ditch.
Sitting on the ditch there, yeah. I would favour that for shot.
From this angle, looking at it live over the table, it looks like it should be.
Now, Dean, by the looks of it, has cut his grass line on this one here compared to what he had previously.
There's the shot pole coming in here if he's up. Oh, he's not going to quite finish, but...
could be.
Yeah,
he's left it. He's left it. No, I would say that's got to be shot, mate. Yep. That's the beauty of the
angles.
Of the angles.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell on the screen.
It is. Sometimes it can be very deceiving. I'm
still going to go for the back bowl myself.
Okay.
Let's see how we go.
Well, I think Brad Pipe will probably draw one.
Well,
I reckon he's probably going to set one right on it.
It's a bit of a premature discussion, really, isn't it?
Oh, particularly these two skips, mate. They've got 2 bowls each, and believe you me, anything can happen.
Yeah, he's certainly coming into view.
I don't think he's got the weight, though.
Not quite. No, he's going to pull up. Beautiful line.
Had a perfect line on that one. So Sean Baker, can he consolidate? He's following it.
Yeah, he's certainly up there. And maybe a bit too much up there.
Yeah, I think you're chasing that bowl there, mate.
Into the ditch.
Yep.
Brad's certainly got a little bit more pace on this one.
He's got a good line too, mate.
Yeah, I think he may also be going for a little swim.
Let's have a look. Is he going to set this bowl though?
No.
No, not quite. Just going to miss it.
And that's the trouble when you leave one a little short on your first. Those adjustments can be very critical, and it's very easy to go a little bit too far. But you'd rather, he would rather end up in the ditch there than leave it short again.
I couldn't agree more on that one there, Craig, that's for sure. Okay, Bakes. Can he sit this bowl of Tony Williamson in the ditch? He seems to be a little bit tighter.
Got better weight. He's got better draw weight. Yeah, that's the absoluter. So it is 2 shots.
So that front one must have been in for shot 2, Craig, by the looks of it. But handy pick up. Yes. Let's see, they're on the board.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do tactically here. I'd say they'll probably lengthen this out a little.
Yep.
Yeah, they have. This is probably about 3 metres longer than what what average we've been playing. Also, the mat's back on the tee, so it's probably the first time the mat's been on the tee today.
One thing
so
that you
probably
do,
a little bit more than 3 metres.
One thing you do see in Premier League though, that if you're being beaten at one length, the lead changes it straight away, mate. It's not like playing social where you could be 10 behind and all of a sudden win an end, and the lead puts it down and plays exactly the same length where you've dropped. And it is very an important factor too of the learning curve for newer players to make sure that you don't keep playing the length that your opposition favours.
Yeah, that's critical. That's the whole point of having the advantage of having the mat, is that you can dictate the type of play you want.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you also see, not in this particular case, but you'll often see you'll be getting beaten on a certain end, but you'll be also playing well, and you don't necessarily want to change that end length because you know you've just got the shot on that length. You know that you've been playing well even though you weren't winning the ends. So again, it's really it's critical. It's being aware of what's happening in the game and thinking about it as you go through.
Yeah, no, that's just for any new player out there that of course hasn't played much of the game. It's always critical, as I said. It's exactly what Craig just said. Sometimes if you just want an end, but it's also good to vary the length as much as you can. But look at this correction here from Riley Garrick.
Yeah, it just needs a little sit, but
that's a great correction there. That's one good thing about our leads, is the art of correction that they do show. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, well, they're on show, aren't they? It's the purest position. You are drawing to that jack continuously.
Yeah, Joel Downey, what a great bowl there too. Just out through there. That's a great bowl there from Joel. Now, Joel is one player. I think this could be his second year in Premier League. I think he may have played last year, Craig, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Joel.
But to see the improvement in his game, particularly this 12 months, has absolutely been outstanding.
Well, this is how you do improve. You don't improve like. Our game is so great in that there's so many levels that you can play at.
Absolutely.
So social bowls is a fantastic thing for the everyday person to get out, enjoy themselves, and
I call it stress release.
That's it. Yeah, but you're not honing your craft in social bowls.
No.
This is why a lot of top bowlers limit their social bowls, because it doesn't necessarily do a lot for their competitive game.
Yeah, that's true.
But
two great bowls from Joel.
But they also understand that being part of a club is also being part of things that go on in the club, and showing yourself at social bowls and mixing with members is an important part of
it. Is
being
an important part
in the club
of our fraternity, Craig. That's for sure. But one thing I learnt when I moved to Queensland, I playing down in Sydney, and I was just playing lead down there, and when I moved up here, you go from Greenleys Park, Cooch to Tiffdorf, and entirely different. You're taking more grass on Tiff, and a bit of a learning curve for you, but I ended state titles. I played Premier League. I was very heavily involved with Tamary Mountain when they were in Premier League, and that's when I started winning a few things, mate, because I was playing against better players than me.
Yes.
And I learned a hell of a lot, because one thing I did is I watched them. I watched where they stood on the mat. I watched what length they played. It was a learning curfew, and it was one of the best learning curfews I think I've ever had.
Yep. And I think if you can give advice to some club members who quite often you quite often get a little bit of criticism from the general member about some of the elite bowlers, that they don't see them in the club or they don't get to play with them. You really need to approach them and ask them for a game, because most of them are very accommodating. They have busy schedules, and they're out there frying bigger fish.
Yeah.
But they're also more than willing to give people a go and assist, particularly in club championships. If you put things like your club triples and things that don't go on to higher honours, that's your real big opportunity to game with these sorts of guys and ladies. So just approach them. They're all
approachable, mate. They're all approachable.
They won't play with me, but that's okay.
Well, they won't play with me neither. Even my son won't play with me.
For good reason, though.
My young bloke was a very good player, and we won a few things, a few pairs events and that. And I said to him, Said to him one day, I said, mate, the pairs we won last year is up for grabs, mate. You want to play? He said, I don't play with hacks like you anymore, Dad.
Well, there you go.
I gave him 9 out of 10 for honesty.
That's right. Yeah. No, I have a similar situation. My young bloke, he doesn't mind telling me when I play poorly, and we've had a few games together, and we've come off, and he said, if you played a bit better there, Dad, we might have won that.
I've won that, yes.
And I say, well, how about you play a bit better? He said, I'm not a player, mate. He said, you're the one who thinks you're a player. That's your responsibility.
And don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when you know they're right?
Well,
Now, I'll tell you what, just looking a little bit tighter on this one here, Tony, he's
holding through, but
holding nicely.
Should get away at the end here.
Yeah, should start sneaking away now.
And
just
really
didn't have the weight.
weight.
Yeah, not quite the weight neither. So holding a few here, Musgrave. Now, Sean Baker. Not too sure on that bowl of Dean Drummond's or both his bowls there, but they could be holding up to 4 shots once again. But once again, though, the sad thing about it, Brad Piper's got 2 bowls.
Yeah.
He's played some sensational pressure bowls here. But it's the old saying, mate, if you want to go last, you got to be able to take the pressure.
That's it. That's why they pay them the big money.
100% correct, mate.
Okay, so Bake's just checking how they are at the back.
Yeah.
And I think he got the nod to head towards the back.
I don't know if Brad will actually drive at that, though. He's got ample room there to draw. He's got ample room to even get second shot.
Well, the other thing is everybody knows in this game that Brad Piper does love a drive.
He does love a drive, yes. I do realise that too, mate.
So you don't cover at your own peril.
No, well, I think that Bake played a very good bowl there, because one thing he doesn't want to do neither, he doesn't want to fatten the target anymore, does he? To give Brad something to really drive at, mate. You know what I mean?
You can say to Brad, well, if you're good enough to draw this, draw it.
Yep.
Probably certainly an easier shot for Brad to hit it than it is to draw it.
Draw it, yeah. No, he's going to draw it, though, because he's been drawing so well this morning. And look at this bowl here. This is why he drew it. But he's going to pull up short. That'd be right.
Went the early crow there, mate.
Went the early crow. Well, just a perfect line, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But to be fair, it's not the first time you've gone the early one, is it?
No, mate, I do it all the time, buddy.
I have been a watcher.
Yeah, I know, mate. I've never commentated on a bad bowl neither, Craig. So.
No. Yeah, I haven't played a bad one yet this morning, so that's a bit of a difference.
No, but isn't it fantastic being able to sit here, see the whole green?
Oh, yes, terrific.
See the whole green of absolutely quality players. That's why I say if you're anywhere within the vicinity of Club Musgrave, come on down, because by God you're going to see some great bowls here today and tonight. Now Bakes, he's just going to sneak around the back.
Conservative line.
Yeah. Now, Brad's only got a couple of feet to rectify here. His grass line absolutely magnificent. Yeah,
it's a big bowl in the early context here, because this is the opportunity for Musgrave to just get themselves back in this contest nicely. If Pipes can pull off a big one here, which...
Tell you what, he's on a perfect line, mate.
Yeah, he's just got
his weight's looking pretty good too, just quietly.
Here he comes. Oh, he's just going to find it.
Oh, he's just going to sneak through.
He found the wrong side of that bowl.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. So we'll see how many's there.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 4. Yeah, 4 is... 4 is the call.
4 is the call.
There we go. So we go to
just one end.
Go to 6-8. And that's what I was trying to, I guess, illustrate there. 6-8 or 9-2.
Yeah,
it's a big difference on that board.
Yeah, no, it's ever so true, mate. Tell you what, it's starting to get a little bit warm. That sun's out, Craig.
Yeah, it's a lovely day. It's just when that breeze drops under these canopies, it can get a little steamy.
Yeah, it can get steamy.
But what a good facility though. You can, you don't have to worry about weather interruptions. We can.
Absolutely magnificent up top, mate.
Yeah.
See from up there. It's here last year for the Australian Open.
Yeah, the viewing from the upper level. But in terms of organisation,
great bowl by Tyler.
We're so grateful that Helensvale put their hand up to host, because
if you get a wet weekend, mate.
Yeah, it just means that you have no problem with weather,
Yeah.
and that just takes a factor out. So,
mate, we played our Max Morris finals here last weekend, and for that sole reason, we had to get it completed. So we came here because we knew rain, hail, snow or shine, we were playing. Well, now that's what happens when Tyler put a little bit of pressure on Riley.
Yes.
Just perfect weight, but just a little bit wide. So we see some updates from our roving reporter who's decided to do some roving, Joshua Beattie. Okay.
What's he got to say?
He's got Pine Rivers topside, 13, Algesta 7. Mate, Robbie's had that up for the last 5 minutes, Joshy. No, I'm not telling Joshy that.
Yeah, Joshy's 4 shots behind for Algesta.
Yes.
They're 11.
Yes.
And this is why this is a voluntary job.
Yes.
He's
I
not
knew
getting paid
Joshy.
for that.
Love your work, son. He's a good young fella, mate.
Yeah, enjoys
Very
himself.
passionate with his bowls. Great to see. Okay, Joel. Joel Downey on the mat. Could be a little bit underdone grass line. Needs a little bit more weight too. All right, Alfie going to stick to his backhand. Played some very telling bowls here this morning. Alf Boston. Tell you what, he's on a pretty good line here too, just quietly. He's not going to be far away. Alfie Boston, come on down. Oh, mate, what a great second shot he's just picked up. And, of course, Joshy has got Broadbeach in the Reggies. Broadbeach 15, Paradise Point 11 after 17 ends. Thank you for that, Josh. Now, once again, I don't think Joel's wide enough here. He's waving it away already. He's not happy with those two. He needed a little bit more grass.
Put himself into the sin bin here just for,
he has,
for,
mate,
for a quick breather.
He's come over.
Yeah.
Come
just,
over.
Have a little chat with himself and think about it.
Yeah, I think he is too. Now, Alfie, great first up bowl, but I think he's a little bit tight. It depends on his weight. I don't think he's going to hold at that weight that he is, though. It's more a draw weight. Weight was absolutely beautifully corrected beautifully. Just needed that line as his last one.
Well, he's got those bowls on the way in now to look at in the eye. So probably didn't want to hang wide and run into a wide one, and just ended up pulling himself into a tighter line.
Yeah. G'day, Blakey. How are you, mate? Blakey, of course, is up in North Queensland, mate. President of the North Queensland. Catch you up at the district size, mate. Looking forward to it.
So I've had my son Mitch respond to the comments in terms of us talking about sons and their abilities.
Yes.
He's told me to remind everybody he is the current reigning Woodgate Fours Carnival champion.
Current.
Yes.
Current.
Yes. He didn't say to mention that he did play with me in that, but
did he?
But he thought
he didn't mention that part.
No. But he was he's obviously the one who won it.
Who actually set it up for you?
Yeah. And Jason Moore and Lockie Moore were there.
Yeah,
but they didn't do a great deal either.
No contribution whatsoever.
No, not according to Mitch. But he's got the win and he can say what he likes about it. Mate,
he's telling the story.
He is.
He's telling the story. He's making sure that he's blocking you completely out of it.
And now it's gone out to how many thousand viewers we got?
Yeah, mate, there'll be quite a few been watching. So, well done. What's his first name?
Mitch.
Mitch. Well done, Mitch. Congratulations. You must have played well if you played with your dad too, mate, and you won. Hey, good on you, mate.
Exactly.
Well done, mate. I love your sense of humour too, son. Very similar to my young bloke.
Right, back to the game.
Dean Drummond, a little bit wide with his first one. Weight was pretty well there. This hand just holding just slightly, but really comes down to your weight. Yeah. Could be just a little bit wide once again. Once again, look at his weight though. Absolutely spot on.
Would love to be just slipping in past under on the line of the jack.
Good on you, Blakey. You're drying out. Yeah, I see you've had another truckload of rain up there, mate. You blokes love that rain up there. You must do, because you get it all the time. I'm glad everyone up there is safe, though, mate. That's what it's all about. A little bit wide with that one there too, Tony. Just playing with a little bit extra weight. Probably be looking to make contact with that front bowl, which will then push Tyler's out of the, they're hot. You can see the way it's locked in there. Any movement on that front bowl will definitely set Tyler's bowl out of the head. Alfie Boston locked in a very good second shot there. See Musgrave, mate, Ryan Bester just picked up a 7, I'm led to believe.
Well, that helps.
Definitely does help, doesn't it?
Somebody's in trouble who missed out. Somebody's bowl didn't count.
I won't say who it was, but one of the players I was talking to last week, one of the Pine Rivers players picked up an 8, and one of the players come to me and said, no, he said, an 8's no good. He said, 7 and a slab's better, because whoever misses out's got to buy the slab.
Exactly.
Priceless. What a great call. Good bowl there by Sean too, but
they're all just
hanging a little bit wide on that hand, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean your A-grade position is just past that jack, so that if there is a bit of movement on that shot bowl, because it could go clean, but it also could get a little bit of jack, and that's where your catching bowls start to come into play.
Okay, Brad Piper.
Could be a little bit fair line here.
Yeah, I think it could be a little bit too much weight for the line that he's on.
Yeah, but he may well be. He may well be looking at that area there. If they do sit that out with a little weight, and they get a bit of connection on that jack, it's just going to mean that takes a few of Bakes' options out in terms of weight.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't come down too aggressively.
Yep.
And that's the thing, if you can't get shot, play a bowl that can change the opposition's options.
Yeah, and that's true.
Cut some options out of them, force them into just one type of bowl, and then you can react to that as well.
Okay, Bakes. Didn't think he'd played the backhand, mate.
Well, this is the hand, because he's not being able to play big weight, so it's certainly the hand to just try and get that crack and egg weight, but he's not quite up there for it.
Not quite there. Now, Brad, there's the port's still there for him.
Yeah, well, he's put the bowls in position, so now is his opportunity to get that result, to use them.
Yeah.
See that shot there, it does look that the bowl would potentially go clean.
Just got to come around that front bowl of Giles, or he may even be looking at it on his backhand here too, though.
Yeah, well, he's got easier access to it on his backhand.
Yeah. No, he's going to stick with this hand. Well, I'll tell you right now, depending on his weight, he's on a good line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to get back down with that weight.
But he's going to be...
He might get a little run here.
I think he may not have got back, but I tell you what, he's going to give it one heck of a chance. Now, once again there, you see Tyler's got the mat once again, though, Craig, back on the tee.
Yes.
Immediately. So, as you said, he's varying his length here, so...
Yeah,
we've gone 2-2, mate.
Gone the full length. It's just got to stop there, which it does.
It does. So we have got our first 2-2 of the game.
Yeah. So it's interesting, because it was only the last time they came down here.
Yep.
They picked up a 4.
Yes.
And that was on a length about 4 or 5 metres shorter than what they're playing now. So I guess he's obviously finding his range and feeling that if he can nail it on this length, it does get really hard to beat.
Yeah, and that's a great start there too from Tyler Pettigrew. Okay, but I wouldn't write off this young man here. I will with this one though. A little bit underdone grass line.
Yeah, his weight's pretty good though.
His weight's pretty a little bit, but
a little over.
Accessible if he had good grass.
Actually, that probably ran on a metre further than I thought it was going to go. But
yeah, well, mate, they do roll on when they get behind that tee there, mate.
Right.
Tyler once again has got
coming for a good area
pretty
here.
good line. His weight's improvement too. That's 2 great bowls from Tyler, mate. Well played. Good afternoon, Kenny. Watching from Grafton. Lovely little spot down there, mate. You got a great afternoon. 5 o'clock this afternoon. We have got Burleigh Heads versing the winner of Pine Rivers and Alcester. Very close game over there, the qualifying final. You got Pine Rivers 13, Alcester 11 after 14 ends. That's an incredible game over there. Neck and neck, so... Anyone in the vicinity of Club Helensvale, gee whiz, you're better off calling in and having a look. You've got 2 fantastic greens of fantastic players here. Now Riley, I tell you what, he's played this pretty well too, Craig. He's not going to be too far away. What a beautiful correction by the young man.
Yeah, be happy with that.
Yeah, that's a great bowl.
Yeah, good. If not shot, not far off it, and a nice jack eye, nice shelf for
giving his teammates something to play to, mate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, Joel Downey. Going to test him out being a little bit longer than tee to tee now. As you can see the tee just to there. Tyler just trailing the kitty. I tell you what, Joel's on a beautiful line. Is he going to get back?
High.
Just going to hold. If it stays up though.
Nope.
No, but it just fell.
Yeah. But it was the right idea. He needs to change that head up a little bit. It's there to be taken, and you know, if he trails that jack through himself, better he do it than the opposition do it with the back bowl.
100%, mate.
So just because your holding shot doesn't always mean that you have to be satisfied with that. You know, sometimes you want to change it because you're looking at what the opposition can do.
Yeah, we'll see. Alfie, I think Benny Twist looks as though he just played a bomb on the rink next door there, Craig.
Yes.
Okay, Joel. I think he's a little bit under. He could be a little, depending on his weight.
Tight,
just a little bit tight, I reckon.
Might get a handy.
Look at his weight, though, mate. Well, that's going to be a pretty handy bowl there. That's going to be very handy. Hey, good on you, Tracy. I'll pass that on to Robbie, but Craig and I will keep it quiet. Tracy praising up Robbie. We normally don't do that, Tracy. Hello. Robbie's shaking his head again, Trace. I thought he was up and rattling over there.
Oh, another one just drops in
the ditch. Just dropped in the ditch. Hope you're keeping well, Tracy. You coming down to watch Burleigh play this afternoon, Trace? I know you're playing out of Tweed Heads these days, but I know you've still got a soft spot for Burleigh. Your second favourite club. Okay, Dean Drummond. The ideal shot here, Craig, would be just to trail the kitty in behind that bowl of Tyler's, get it out of view.
Absolutely.
This bloke here is just the one capable of doing that too, just quietly.
Yeah, trail through or even just sit the wide one out and fall in, but he's a little tight for both of them. But again,
it fell.
Yeah, probably a fraction more weight than he really wants. But first of all, you've got to be there, and they're not that far from the ditch. You know, they're only about 5 foot off the ditch there, so you can't be critical when you're falling in the ditch with this type of shot.
No, it's true. Yeah, in your pothole. Good to meet Robbie finally last week. I think the first person I've ever heard say that, pothole. Normally most people say to me, I bumped into that Robbie Allen the other day. I said, maybe you bumped into him, you would have heard him. I know that for a fact. The only bloke I've ever seen, mate, get a high five at Broadbeach, and they had to go pick him up from Surfers Paradise. Two postcards away.
Well,
Okay, now it's still here, still set here for Dean Drummond. Needs a bit more grass.
That last bowl unfortunately pushed Tyler's bowl into a very good position.
Yes, it did too.
Paid the price for a narrow end, Heavy.
I love that comment, Trace. Yes, I might. Burley was my first club when I got addicted to bowls. Good on you, Tracy. Always good to hear from you. On your pothole. Another one. There's plenty of them up there on the ditch there, mate.
Yes, a few spectating down. 4 up on the ditch.
You'd expect it, both games as you'd expect now. Pine Rivers 14, Algester 15, Musgrave 24, Capalaba 18, 2 very close games.
Hold on for
Anthony,
for
what a bowl.
Yeah.
Well played, mate.
Certainly made...
definitely one.
Certainly made one out of it.
It could be 2. But I think the bowl bait's got to play now, is what we're saying before. Got to trail the kitty back over to the left-hand side of the line there, Craig. I think.
Well, essentially the head hasn't really changed.
Changed much, no.
In shot terms.
Yeah, but that was a great bowl there from Tony Williams once again.
Well, it was a good correction. He was tight and narrow on his first one and maintained that weight. And I guess tight and narrow are the same thing, aren't they? For all those who'd like to.
I was actually trying to work that one out, but
I think I meant tight and heavy.
Heavy, yeah. I think the beauty about it, I knew what you were saying, mate.
One.
He's got it too. Oh, he wanted both of them, but he got the one.
Yeah.
Great bowl there from Sean Baker, taking shot bowl completely out of the.
So you would think he had second there.
Yeah.
So it does look like that Jack High bowl now of Tyler's is shot.
Yeah. One thing I will say, Pothole, he had my good friend up there, Timmy Phillips, mate. I think Timmy made him look good last weekend, mate, in my opinion, Pothole. Now he's trying to talk back to me now, Pothole. Doesn't realise I've got selective hearing yet.
Well, you'd back Brad Piper to draw this. That's
mate, the way he's been.
It's a reasonable amount of room for a man of his quality, but I think
he's tight. He's actually looking for this bowl.
Yes.
Tell you what, he's awfully close.
He's close to it. He's got it. Got the edge of it.
What a
great shot.
Geez, that's a great bowl.
Yeah, here we are thinking, you're just going to
draw that.
No. He saw something else.
Yeah, no, I'm going to sit that out of the head. G'day, Bakes. How are you, buddy? Got a great day here at Club Helensvale, mate. And even tomorrow, even a better day. With the qualifying final tomorrow morning and the grand final tomorrow afternoon, conclude a wonderful 2025 Premier League season. I know it's been a hard year, Craig, but I must take my hat off to the Premier League committee this year on the job that they've done.
It's been a good committee. As everybody knows, it's a bit of a change. We had Bakes and Doge in there for a long time.
What a great bowl here from Bakes, mate.
Absolutely.
Yep. In behind. And that's true.
This is what I was saying before. There's too much room to draw, but Pipes decided to draw play a different shot. But now he's.
But mate, it's
got a tight thing. But the committee's been different.
Been a great year, mate.
Wayne Turley's come on board, which is a real coup, really.
Yep.
Someone with Wayne's experience and standing in the game.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And
nothing against Doge or Bakes, though. They did a great job, mate. Mate, they did a great job, mate.
They ran this league well for a good number of years. And they deserve a rest from it. It's you're not getting paid for any of this.
It's all voluntary, mate.
And you're giving your time. Doge had new work commitments now, joining the police force, and that just makes it a lot more difficult to be involved.
Now Brad's had to change his hand here. He's just going to hold.
Yeah.
No, I actually take my hat off to the Premier League committee this year. They took it on at the AGM, mate, and they're planning and everything. And, Berno and yourself and, of course, young Dale.
Dale's taken on the
Dale taken on the job, which is a hard job.
Yeah, he's taken on what is the most active part during the
which
tournament,
is the games,
which is the director, the tournament director. So, there's always clubs putting in requests to have rulings and look at maybe dispensations in different situations, and so he first of all deals with those and then comes back to the committee for rulings and what have you. But no, he's done a good job. I think it's been a very cohesive committee.
That's fantastic.
I'm pretty sure that they'll all look to go again, depending on who else has interest. Obviously, it's always an open slather. But we'll be doing some surveying as soon as this weekend is over. We'll get straight out to clubs and players to survey them about what they've thought about the season. What were the things they like about it? What are the things that they think can be improved? We've had a lot of talk about different formats, different rules, and a lot of people have got different ideas.
But that creates good debate, though, Craig.
Yes.
That's one thing I said. I've been in administration a long time, and people get arguments and debate mixed up sometimes.
Yes.
Good debate is always very, very positive.
Absolutely. And the first idea that comes out may not be the idea that ends up with it, but it sparks another idea, and somebody else has well, I didn't think of it that way, but maybe if we changed it up. So look, we'll be really keen to get the feedback. Look, it's great 4 opening bowls there.
Absolutely. Look, mate, they're every one of those bowls is within a match distance. Yeah, and I think that's going to be the beauty of Premier League next year too. Sometimes renewal with a new board sometimes comes on different ideas, Craig, and I think that's very beneficial for our game.
It won't be changed just for the sake of change.
There's nothing saying
better. Nothing that's saying that the format won't stay as it is, but we want to have the debate. We want to have people have an input,
and that's what it's all about, mate.
And if we can make things better, then we will. And I think next year is going to be some timing changes in some of the other states with some of their competitions, which might make player availability different.
Yeah.
And
tell you what, not far away. Well, he's taken one out. So Timbo's running an old mate from Coolum. That's why he went down. Good on you, Pothole. Now, Joel, can he add another one? His first bowl just sat that bowl of Riley's out of the head. This one here, he's taken a bit more grass.
He's coming down on a good line here. Just going to get through it.
Sit that bowl out this time too.
Yep.
Geez, that's 2 good bowls there from young Joel.
Yeah, that's good shooting.
Joel Downey. As I said previously though, Craig, his game has improved out of sight.
Yes.
At this level. You can see every week it's just getting more and more confident. He's starting to believe that he belongs now. And that's one thing that happens with a lot of players I see at state level.
Yes.
Oh, just missed that one, Alfie. At state level, you see them standing beside the heroes that they've admired all their life from a distance, and all of a sudden they're in the same team.
Yes.
And then you see the first day they stand probably a couple of feet away. Then the next day they get one step closer, and the third day they realise that they belong, and that's when they really do blossom into being great players.
It's like forming new habits. When you change something, it's awkward when you start, and you've got to repeat it and keep doing it, and then it becomes natural.
Yes.
Playing at these levels are just the same thing, and getting to know the players at that level, and then understand, they're all just normal people.
They
just have some ability about them.
Yes.
And the game is first and foremost in the head. Once you get your head set in this game, anything's possible.
Well, once you get into this game, you're normally hooked anyway.
Well, this is the great thing about bowls is you don't have to sell the game. I often say this. Yeah. You don't have to sell the game of bowls to people. You just need to introduce the game to them.
To people.
The game will sell itself.
And 100% correct, mate. That's a very true statement, that for sure. But we got, look at the rink next door. The other qualifying final over there. Pine River 17, Algester 17 after 21 ends. Joshy Beattie, wake up, mate, wake up. Come on, roving reporter, where are you?
Well, it's even more of an update. After 22 ends, it's 19 Pine River, 17 Algester.
Oh, come on, Jolie, where are you, mate?
There's a big board up there, Jolie. Just have a look at it, buddy.
Tell you what, this is a lot closer. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh. Well, Josh might tell us to read his comments a little bit sooner, so they're probably more up to date.
Come on, Joshy. I know you can do it, son. I don't care what your teammates are saying about you.
So it's an interesting head building up here. We've had, 3 weighted bowls in a row at that head without getting a result.
Right.
And there's still a perfect draw in there, so it's
not only a perfect draw, as I said, they're trying to hit it. And that's one thing that you just said, there is a perfect draw in there.
And they're going to go back to that now.
Yep. And so they should, mate, because it's more than capable of drawing this. I've seen Tony play for a great number of years, as I said. I think he and his family, the Williams family, very well-known family up in the Fraser Coast. And look at this bowl here from Tony, mate. It's just going to be outside that.
Oop.
But father Clive, 2 sisters, mate, great bowling family. They started at Manly,
right,
in Premier League, and then of course Tony went over to Belmont and has finished up at Capalaba. So very well. Very, very capable player. Played in the top grade just about all his life, and mate, been hanging around Premier League for quite a few years. So very good player, Tony Williams. But the whole family, absolutely outstanding. Okay, Bakes. I'll tell you what, I think he's going to make it. I think he's going to make a pretty good target for. I thought he was going to get a little straight on that.
It got in behind. That's a good bowl. So they've got two back on the. Yes, both their bowls back on the dot. So they're covered at the back.
There's one of Tony's sisters, Fiona. G'day, Fiona. Fiona and Nicole, of course. No, not anymore. That's no good, Fiona. You've always been a very good player, my dear, and so's Nicole. By far, you 2 girls were by far the better players of the family too, just quietly, Fiona.
So Pipes
going to make it pretty hard to draw that now. I think he may be looking for it to play a little bit of aggressive line here.
Well, if he kills it, he's down 2 at least
the back,
on the back anyway at this point in time. But he also might take that attitude of, I can kill it, put it on the dot, and back himself to draw it with his last.
Yeah.
Like he's 3 down. He's more than 3 down at the moment, isn't he? He's 4.
4 down by looks of that.
4-ish.
Probably 5, mate.
Yeah, it could be 5.
Could be 5 down.
Yeah. So,
we'll see what weight he plays
2
here.
down at the back is still a better result, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Last time I went to school, 2 downs better than 5
Mate,
down.
I see why you're a treasurer now.
I know. It's not all about embezzling money.
I love your work, bud. You know that. No, I think he's going to play weight, mate.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, there you go. He's taken 2 out.
Yeah. 2 out and change that head now. Like he now can go back to the other hand and get down on a good draw there if he chooses to do so.
And he has been playing that hand very well.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's given himself a look at a shot that would look pretty confident. But
now Bakes,
but that depends on what Bakes does here too.
Well, the big thing Bakes is after is he does not want to fatten that target. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he even looks to just draw tight onto his 2 bowls right of screen there, and leave the gap on the outside.
Okay, Bakes playing his forehand. Is he going to put a blocker in?
Yeah, well, no.
He's not very happy with that. He tried to play the blocker.
Well, either that or he got his weight wrong. Only he could tell you.
Yep. Okay. Brad Piper on the mat. Make his mind up. What's he going to play? I say he's going to play weight once again.
And missed it.
Missed it, yep.
Okay, so what are we? 1, 2.
You're going to put a tape on it, mate?
Yeah, so have they just pulled 3 out? Or maybe the one they pulled out wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
So it is a 3.
It is a 3, but look at that. A good pick up there by Musgrave.
So yeah, the early momentum has turned around, and we have a good contest. It's been
That's exactly what you said before, though, Craig. The way momentum can change throughout games.
Well, the thing that Capalaba didn't really get right out to that big early lead, so they didn't have that thing of, can I hang on? You know, they've arrested them pretty early. So in games like that, because it's happened quickly, your momentum can go back and forward quite a bit from here on.
Well, particularly with these quality players too, isn't it?
So what a tight competition overall we've had this year with the league.
Been fantastic.
At the beginning of the season, would you have thought that you would not have had Tweed, Heads and Broadbeach in the finals?
Well, I think most of the money would have been on them being here today.
And the unbelievable statistics are that Tweed Heads had more rink wins than any team in the competition.
That's correct, yeah.
And couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And Broadbeach had the highest margin of any team in the competition and couldn't make it. So for unfortunately for Tweed, it was 4 draws that really made it difficult for them.
But that shows you how tight the competition is, though, Craig.
Yeah, and Broadbeach lost, I think it was 2 games by 1, 1 by 3 and 1 by 4, I think.
Yeah.
So Tweed turns any of those draws into a win, and they're there. And Broadbeach turns any of those narrow losses into a win, and they also had a draw with Tweed. Yeah. So a result in that game gets one of them in.
That's correct. Absolutely. It really has been a colossal year for Premier League. The quality of play, just sneaking through, the quality of play and the closeness of the games have been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. Well, even your last place, Hamilton Power, had a major bearing on the competition because they were one of the teams that beat Broadbeach.
Well, that's right. Yes,
and they had a draw against Tweed Heads.
Yeah, but
so the team that came last still affected those games,
those changes.
So you'd expect the way Hamilton results went for the year that they could have lost both of those games.
Roderick's watching from Toronto. Nice comeback by the Pelicans. It's been a great game, Roderick. Now, Alfie Boston. Just see over Dylan Fisher playing a bomb over on rink 10. He was at least 3 down to see a good bowl there from Nick Gosley. Probably just drawn shot. Okay, Joel. Just got to correct his weight. Tyler holding 1. Seems to be on a reasonable line with this one. Nice correction there from Joel. Very well played. Okay, Alf looking for a little trail. He's given this one plenty of air. Yeah, it's a great bowl there from Alfie Boston. Again, beautiful weight. Yes, Warren, how are you, mate? It is in the final is tomorrow morning, Warren, and the grand final at 1 p.m. We're talking Queensland time, mate, not Western Australian time. Hope you're keeping well over there.
Pop on the red eye and come on over.
Yeah, mate. Jump on a flight. I'm sure Doug Kelly, the president of WA, mate, will pick the tab up for it. Great weekend of bowls, Warren.
Okay. Be interesting to see what.
Yeah, I think he's going to play backhand, mate.
Yeah, interesting.
He's just got to sit that bowl.
It looked like just a straight draw, but they had quite a discussion over it.
Yeah,
so
I think what Bakes is looking at is the trail, and it goes straight back to because he has got to. He's going to get this on the wrong side.
No, he's gone straight through the gap.
Oh, well left.
Yes. Yes.
Well left, mate. Had a bit of rain, mate. That's no good, Warren. Beauty about here at Helensvale, mate. We're on 2 carpet greens, beautiful undercover. I think you've been here before anyway, Warren. Yeah, we've had a bit of rain over this neck of the woods too, bud. Tell you what, Tony, has he got the run? Just don't think he's quite.
He's sneaking up. He's trying. Oh.
Geez, that's a great try. Bake's having a good look at this.
Still fancies them for 2.
Yep. Yeah, I've definitely taken that hand away, hasn't it? Yeah, it probably would still be 2 there, mate, by the looks of that. Okay. Hey, g'day, Jimmy Dalrymple. How are you, Jimmy?
He's on a pretty good track here.
He's on a very good line, mate. He's going to
can get in nicely off. There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty handy, mate. Yeah, sit those bowls. Surprised he's playing on the backhand though, Craig.
Well, I think he's just looking to get down to that channel. If he gets onto his own bowl, he's only just got to make contact with his own, which he's close to doing.
He's going to do it, mate.
That's very close. That probably does it.
That's shot. Probably could have made 2 out of that too, in actual fact.
He's hung around.
Yeah.
But still. Yeah, you probably know your screen angles better than I do. It still looks like Joel's bowl in there for second, but
yeah, it's very deceiving from the back there because, well, that's the best shot of the lot. You know what I mean? And that's
doesn't help me.
And that's still pretty close, mate. I'm telling you.
Robbie's saying a measure. I'll go with Robbie.
I tell you what, Bake's awfully close to this too.
Oh, he
took his own out though.
Yeah, so definitely one down there now. Well, was one before it started, but brought that back one in.
Yeah, no, he definitely did, Warren, but he made it back safe and sound, mate. Geez, that was a great competition too, Warren, wasn't it? It's equal the field that Cabramatta put together. But, mate, what a great weekend we got here, mate. Premier League 2025, Queensland Premier League finals weekend. Got 4 colossal games coming up. Many hours of great entertainment. Okay, I wonder if Bakes will go these bowls.
Well,
he's got at least 3 seconds there. That's what I'm thinking. But the only thing is Brad's got another bowl to play also too.
Yeah, which leaves a lot of room. Yeah.
Leaves a hell of a lot of room. Dean's telling him to go it. Jimmy, you're out at Charleville, mate.
Yeah, the body language from Dean there looked like made a bit of hand movement as he'll be playing a bit of a weighted shot.
Yep.
Trailing if he gets onto Jack, that doesn't hurt them either. They've got the
see a few of the teams. See if the boys are starting to get a bit boisterous out there, mate.
Yeah, well, they're enjoying themselves. Oh, there we go.
Got it. the room that he's got. That's the worrying aspect, though.
Yeah, but he's still got to play it. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
And
Bakes has got shot. Brad's got to play to save, which he has done.
And he's only really got the draw, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything on with weight there for him.
G'day, Andrew Reid. How are you, mate? Okay, Brad Piper playing his backhand there. Just come around this front pole.
Yeah, I thought he might have played that open hand.
Well, he had an open draw there, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he's going to hang wide, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. That's weight. It's starting to work his way back now, but I don't think he's going to get back in time. No, well, he could be 3 down there.
Yeah, potentially 2 or 3.
Oh, they're going to put a tape on it. That must be close, I'd say. A lot closer than what we thought, Craig. One, two.
That's it.
2. Yep. Might have to tell Billy to keep these Dolphins a bit quieter, mate, I reckon. What do you reckon, eh? It's good to hear them enjoying themselves, mate.
Yeah, so all the...
Hey,
all
Joshua
the
Beattie started roaming. Thank Christ for that. He's finally starting to do his job.
Yeah, all the run has been on this rink with Musgrave.
Yep.
Since the opening few ends.
Good to see you coming up tonight, Andrew. That's great to see, mate. Look forward to seeing you. Okay, Tyler. Yeah.
Great start.
Yeah,
there.
get her in here. Get her in here. Now. Oh my God. Mate, we're trying to get a bit of a guest commentator in here. I'm just going to...
Oh,
I'm going to let you...
they're going to give you the punt, not me.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to go and...
Does that mean now I'm the lead man?
No, mate.
No.
The person taking my place is... and as you'll find out, she's not a man.
Oh, well, there you go. Here we go.
Summer. Where's your dad? It's Brett's daughter.
Right. Two great lead bowls there. Oh, he just
mate, look at
and got the touch that he really didn't want.
He didn't want to touch that. Yeah.
The old good bad bowl. You can't do much about that. You're in the area, and then you just open it a little bit.
Once again, Craig, as we've said all the way through, these 2 leads are put on a display, which has really just been worth the price of admittance itself, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, especially when admittance is free.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A great bowl there from Joel too, and his positional bowl there is absolutely first class too. Just sat in a very, very, very nice area. 10. Now Lucy's going to come in for 10 minutes, mate.
No worries. So a man that needs no introduction to the audience here. Lurch, how are you, mate?
Good, self?
Yes, I'm very well. We got you on?
I don't know. Am
yep,
I?
Yeah, you're on. Yep. So, good game shaping up, mate?
Yeah, it's always going to be. Pelicans have got out to a bit of a lead at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, well, they didn't get off to the best of starts, but arrested it pretty quickly, and they've had all the running since.
Still a long way to go, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's only early days. Only not even quite halfway yet. So
never ride off Capalaba, that's for sure.
No.
I think the conditions change a bit, the carpet with this humid weather. So
And
players are probably finding that out.
does it, as it heats up, does it slow up a little?
Yeah.
Yep. And as it cools down and contracts, speeds up?
Yeah. But it's it's beautiful to play on though. Once you find your line and weight, it's
Oh, just dropped in the ditch.
Bit of room there. I think his speed looks all right.
Yeah, you just got to ease up
Close.
a little.
I think he's played this well. What a shot.
Yeah,
Great
ball.
shot.
Great ball. Do we have a ball in the ditch or just the jack?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Can't see a ball in there.
Can't see one yet?
No.
So, okay. So that's
what's that?
that is shot then.
He's watching it. Looking at it.
Yeah, don't know he's quite up here, is he? Yeah, he's starting to blow a little smoke now.
Oh, he's cut it back to 1.
Yeah, he's well.
I think he's all right again.
Well down again, didn't he?
A little bit less than his first one, but it's going to count. Yeah, well played.
Yep, 2 good bowls. Good set there.
Yeah, they need to win the end here, and sort of they've been stuck on 8 for a bit.
Yes. Yeah, they just need a momentum change.
Yeah.
Don't they do something with the length. They'll probably, if they can grab the end, they'll probably shorten it up a little bit again where they were being successful early. Not an easy one to beat on the.
No, but good
the
thing
edge
about
there.
these ditches, you can really play right to lip. You
Okay.
can play it with confidence. I think if you're just trying to get second shot first,
Yes.
just
then
beat that front one, and then you
you
know,
have a chance to sort of
Yeah.
sit bowl and stay.
yeah,
Not badly weighted.
Yeah, he's got to miss the front.
He's having a good look. What a great effort here. And I think he's just dropped in.
Just dropped in. Yeah, touch
Yeah.
quick.
Wow. He would have been less than a foot through there.
Foot, yeah. Oh, Capalaba got a bit of a chance here. Draw another one here.
Yeah,
Bit
put
of-
some pressure on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, they can get a third here, and if Bakes fails, they got a free shot at
He's played
a
this
fourth.
pretty well, I
He
think.
has too. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make anything easier.
No. He's got to drop a yard, I think.
Okay.
He's watching it. I think he likes
very
it.
closely. Cut something out.
Might get third here.
Maybe not.
May have snuck in for third. Yeah, not
Yeah,
saying.
looking at the green from here, it looks like he has, doesn't it?
Yeah,
On the screen, you
would say it's 3, but
would, but again, just those angles on the screen. Did they give any indication? Well, he's certainly up there.
he's quick.
Needs to land on something or want to miss everything now.
2 and a look. 2.
Yep, 2 and no look.
Yeah.
Mind made up. Oh, well, that...
gets him off the A, gets him going again.
Yeah, interestingly, they haven't changed the mat position at all.
No.
They've been playing...
Unless they're going to put it right up here.
Well, yeah, I'd say they'll be playing it up short.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, coming right up to minimum.
Right.
Here's the art of Jack rolling.
Yes, he doesn't want to drop it short here.
No.
Brad's right on the 21 metre mark, so he just
he hasn't given himself any room, but he's rolled it well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Should score a point just for that, shouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't take the time for Jack Fowl, and it's so important in a game. If you...
Yes. Well, he fails there. They go straight back to
exactly.
T to T.
Yep.
And then the pressure's on him to... what are they looking at here? Oh, his mat's not...
Oh, it's not on the tee.
Must be right on the tee. Oh, there's a mistake. You're calling the minimum, and you haven't put the jack at the back of the tee.
That.
You just take it for granted that that's where you put it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If he gets away with this, I'll guarantee he won't do it again.
Not much. It is going to be closer, but it depends how far that's up from the tee.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't look like he's more than a mat length.
No.
You'd think he's still got to be pretty right.
Oh, no, he's short. Short.
Well, depends on where he's... Not short. Well, that's a shame.
Bad mistake there.
Oh, there you go. Well, no prize for guessing where the...
No, it'll be a bit longer than that, I think.
Where the jack's going.
Yes.
Well, the best thing Riley can do is knuckle down and put one right on it.
Redeem himself.
And then it's all forgotten.
Redeem himself.
That's the thing, isn't it? You just got to put that straight out of your head.
Yep.
You can't afford to dwell on it. Yeah, he's not a long way away, is he?
Yeah, good.
Just his grass.
Good weight, yeah. Kane got another shot, couple, so...
Yeah, well, that's their rink that's been getting them home a lot for the year, isn't it?
I think they've been stocking that 4 for a bit too, so... takes. Haven't seen any player movement yet, have we? Anyone swapping around? No.
But you've obviously spotted a bit of discussion going on.
Yeah, I see. So I'd be interested what...
Yeah. Is it about movement in the side, or is it about tactic of length?
Yeah, it could be.
Just giving them a bit of a
talking to. Let's fire up.
So no...
I don't think so.
No changes?
No. A bit of a loose head here by Tyler.
Oh, actually, no, there has been a change there. Steve Hayden's gone back to lead.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yep. So, yeah, the viewers can't see that one, but on the middle rink, Steve Hayden's gone to lead, and I think it's just a change of lead and second around.
No one's jumping on the jack here at the moment.
No,
looks good.
I've noticed this forehand coming down. Everyone's been leaving that a little bit wide.
Okay.
Is it a little tougher down there, or they're just not picking the line?
No. No, Bioscapes has done a tremendous job for us. These carpets.
Yeah, it's really transformed the club, hasn't it?
Oh, just everything about the place. This obviously Make Max with the roof and the whole club is just a fantastic facilities to play bowls.
Yeah. Well, we're just saying earlier about in terms of confidence of having a weekend like this, it takes that weather.
That's right.
Weather right
Yep.
out of the equation.
Yep.
You know your competition is going to be on, and you're going to get a finalisation. So
And you look at some of these heads over here; they're just like everyone's finding it pretty well.
Tight.
So
this particular one on screen is probably one of the looser ones that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's been a good quality game, but everybody at this point in time is just leaving bowls hanging out wide.
yeah, he's got his weight again. But just
So whether it's, as you said before, maybe it's just slowed up a fraction with the humidity and the heat, and they haven't quite made the adjustment to what it was doing earlier.
Dean looks to be playing very well, so I'm tipping he'll be pretty close here. He's got it out there.
Yeah. This is where they haven't really been coming right back to the centre from that line, but his is. His is perfect.
Great shot. Great shot.
Yeah, terrific shot. Just needs someone in that instance, doesn't it, to nail one in there.
Yeah.
Played a better line than his first one here.
It's all on his speed here. He's going to get back.
Getting close.
Oh, touch quick. Yeah, I think he just had to get another one close there. Just to...
Yeah, well, they're holding 2 at the moment.
2, yeah. Dean doesn't want to get right next to his own, so I think he'd be just...
Yeah, if he could just slip through that gap, just beyond his
probably
shot,
play another yard on his last.
Yeah, and he's
played it pretty well, hasn't he?
Played it all right, exactly where he wanted to be.
Yeah, great bowling.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to walk up and put it down, you wouldn't be putting it very far from that spot, would you?
He's just got to draw the shot here.
Yeah, that last bowl will give him good depth perception of it. You'll know he just needs to be inside that last to be getting close to the head.
It's a good track.
Trying very hard, isn't he? Yeah, great effort. Does it get him
unlucky
second?
In the end. I think it's second, but...
Yeah, definitely second. On the screen, that back bowl looks so much closer than what it really is, doesn't it? It's a good 4-5 feet behind.
Bakesby trying to draw another one here.
Yeah, well, even a little touch on the bowl now.
Yeah.
Just lay it down.
Just doesn't want to expose the jack, that's all.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's got a nice wide line. Don't think he's going to...
Bit wide, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. He's just going to get back to the pack, I think.
Might have made second.
Yeah. Gave it a nudge.
Well, I'm off. I'm going to bring Kelsey in.
You're out. Bring Kelsey in.
Yeah.
Excellent. Getting to meet all the stars today. How are you, Kelsey?
I'm going well.
Welcome to the mic.
Thank you. And so I've just walked in the venue, so I haven't even had a chance to look at scores. You'll have to update me. What's been happening? Who's been playing well?
Well, everyone's playing well, as you expect in the final. But we had on this particular rink, we had the Capalaba boys got out to a 7-shot lead early, and then since that point, it's been a lot of Musgrave, and in the last end, Capalaba just wrestled the end back. So it's been a good tussle. And we're Musgrave across the border, long way to go, but they're looking fairly solid at this point.
Yeah, so what, about halfway mark? Yep, yeah, 32 rounds.
Yeah, pretty close to halfway. Yep. So, yeah, Benny.
Oh, anything can happen from here, though.
Oh, that's it. It's a contest, and they're all playing well.
Probably not surprised to hear that Capalaba got off to a really good start with they've got carpet green similar to ours.
Well, that's true, yes. Yeah, so this is an unfamiliar surface to them.
So Musgrave Hill had their few end roll up and then away they went.
You've called that exactly right. Oops. Okay, so Musgrave get the end back, and that was off a bit of mistake, Kelsey, that you wouldn't have seen. Don't want to harp on it, but the guys tried to roll a minimum length jack, and they called for the measure. Jack was right on the line, but unfortunately
the mat wasn't behind the tee.
The mat was not behind the tee, no. Which just made the difference. So they didn't get to shorten it up, and now they've lost the end consequently.
It's not easy, the jack rolling on these carpet greens with that the heavy jacks. They tend to roll a little bit further.
Well, we thought he'd made
it can be a bit deceiving when you go and play your first bowl.
Well, we thought he'd actually made a perfect roll because he rolled it straight to the foot, and obviously the skip did not realise that he wasn't on the tee, I'd say.
Well, lesson for everyone, always put it right at the back of the tee.
Yes.
So we've got some other close matches happening behind us.
Absolutely.
Pine Rivers and Algester are having a real tussle.
Yeah, 26-26 on 33. And in the reserve grade, it's 44 to Broadbeach, 32 to Paradise Point. So Broadbeach out to a pretty handy lead there after 44 ends, so just past halfway on that for the Reggies.
The Broadbeach Reggies only just played here at Helensvale last weekend, so they've probably got a nice little advantage that they've played not on those exact rinks, but on that green.
So a nice hit out for them for the venue.
Sort of white bowl on the jack again. As soon as I sat down, there were a couple of white ones on the jack last stand as well.
Exactly. Yeah, both leads have actually been playing very well. Riley got off to a really great solid start, and Tyler took himself a couple of ends to work in, but he's playing solid bowls now.
Actually, just picking up on the fact that Capalaba has changed their rinks from when we played them a few weeks ago. There's a few little changes on the looks of things. I don't know if it's something that's happened in the first few ends here or whether it's something that happened in the last week of the sectional matches.
The middle rink just had a change in positions with Hayden, Steve Hayden going back to lead on the last end, so they just made a tactical change.
It's a great ruling, that one. It's good fun. You can, if you get off to a bad start, you can just make that little change. It doesn't have to be, we've seen teams that have completely changed it. They've, thrown a spanner in the works and
great bowl just come in there.
Change the teams around completely, and then others just make a really subtle little change, and it just helps, if there's a person that's struggling just to settle into a bit of a rhythm. Just
gives a little circuit breaker for a player, doesn't it? So that they can just reset and get the thoughts out of their minds that might be negative if they're not travelling well. No, I think it's one of the rules that has been well utilised over the years, and I think changing the dead end rule this year from just having one opportunity to being able to retain that as long as you kill the end, you retain your dead end.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're good enough to kill it, yeah,
Well,
why not get to have another crack?
Yes, yeah, I think that's been another one that's been a good one come into the game.
Great turnout here today, lots of spectators, there's lots of noise, and I think it's only going to build as we get closer to the ends of these games.
Yes, well, as the afternoon crowd gets in, and as we said earlier, once we start to lubricate the crowd a little bit, the evening game should come to life.
There's not many car park spaces, but if you are wanting to come down and have a little sneaky look, I would suggest you park across the road of the community centre and just wander across. Save yourself driving around the car park looking for a spot.
So there you go, you've got the tip.
Oh, it's a good shot.
What a great bowl. Move Jack straight to theirs. So Joel's bowl now sitting shot. So it's good to see this these ends tightened up again. We had a couple of loose ends just previously, and they're back on a good, tight, competitive one here. Again, sort of head you can play to and make a change.
Yeah, it's a lovely green to just play that little conversion, just to play that yard over. It's very reliable. The lines are very true on and particularly these rinks here.
Oh, and with another good effort.
Yeah, it wasn't far away. It's probably two.
Yeah.
Two to Muzzy. Looks like they're going to run for cover.
So Kelsey, all the changes here nobody seems to be mourning over the green, the grass greens being gone, which happens a lot
I
in
think
clubs.
there would still be some. You know, we had such beautiful grass greens here at Helensvale, so it was definitely sad to see them go, but we've been very, very blessed with these amazing surfaces. This particular one was the first one that got done. So this is the middle green. If anyone's been to Helensvale, this was the middle green. It used to be high. You used to have to walk up a few steps to get to it.
That's right.
So they lowered it down level with green 1. And it was the first service that went on, and it was just fantastic. So Bioscapes have done the surface and Max have done the cover. And they worked brilliantly together. It's survived a tornado and a cyclone now.
Right, yeah. Well, it's been a good tester, hasn't it?
It's doing really well.
Hopefully, 1 in 50-year cyclone. You won't be seeing one for some time.
Yep. No, you're right there. The members do love playing on these carpet surfaces. The poor grass green up the top there, green 3, doesn't get used as much. It's still a great surface. So you've got 2 of the best greenkeepers in the country.
Yes.
Focusing all their attention on one green. So it's immaculate up there. It's just come back from Renault's. So it's a good service to have when we do have big competitions and we want to use all 3 greens.
Yes, I would have loved to have wrapped these 2 ones up and taken them back to Hamilton.
Yeah, no, they're really good. And there's the second, well, I say the second green, the second green to be renovated is our green 1, which is right near the road as you drive in. And it's funny actually playing on it. The surface is actually very similar to what the grass green used to run like. So if anyone remembers playing like an Australian Open or Premier League or anything like that at Helensvale back in the day, going away from the clubhouse, the forehand used to swing a mile and the backhand used to just hold off a little bit. It's exactly the same now. It's carpet. It's so uncanny. I just can't get over it that I'm almost feel like I'm taking the same line as though I was out here playing an Australian Open 4 or 5 years ago when it was grass.
Yeah, it's amazing how greens keep a certain trait, even when a surface changes.
Yeah, there's obviously something underneath that.
Yeah. Oh, here's a close bowl here. Great shot. Still
good. Unlucky.
Still the one down. And got a little touch as well.
So that Jack's coming straight back now, which Well, definitely favour Muzzy. They've got one down the back.
We've got one down the back, and there's one right out the back. It's the grey and white. So that's a Muzzy bowl as well. That's Dean's bowl, right out near the dot.
Algester and Pine Rivers are still close. Algester are 30, Pine Rivers 26 after 35 ends. And Paradise Point are slowly creeping back. There's only 9 shots in that game now. Sorry, they've just changed. 11 shots.
Yeah, still a long way to go there as well.
I want to see a good hit next door. Oh, we're going to have to try and put this back in the right spot. I don't think that's where it was. Close enough, though.
You're enough good enough.
Ben Twist has had a big drive next door, and Jack's gone out of bounds. Come flying onto this rink. Got to have eyes in the back of your head when you play with these guys.
Yeah, well, aggression is part and parcel of their play, isn't it? They don't need a second invitation to look for an aggressive shot to play. They're always positive. So he's just a bit tight on that. So it looks like it'll be two more to Musgrave.
All right, so danger time now for Capalaba. They really need to string a couple of ends together and just minimise this gap, give themselves a really good positive chance the last few ends. Still plenty of time.
Absolutely.
We've got our mighty Helensvale Hawks playing at 5 o'clock in the reserve grade. They did sensationally well, finishing top of the table.
They've had a good season, haven't they? We played them last Sunday morning, of course, and yeah, very good outfit. So we'll be no doubt looking to keep this at the longer length. It's been their go-to length so far in this game and doing it very well. What sort of green speed are we looking at, Kelsey, generally here?
Yeah, just like a nice sort of 14 to 15. Yeah, and as I said, just really predictable lines. Like none of the rinks have anything too, different about them.
So the 14-15 is that really nice sweet spot, isn't it, where it's not too quick, but you can still play every shot.
Yeah, conducive to playing, good shots, playing those yard-on shots, those little reach-in shots. And if you can, you get into a bit of a rhythm, especially your front-end players. If they can get into that rhythm and start nailing the jack and rolling the jack to the same spot, it just gets very repetitive. The lines are good. The weight's always, they're always going to be roundabout. So it's really important to just try and break the rhythm of your opposition on this green.
See a good bowl in from Tyler there. So again, nice lead bowls when you've got two bowls both past the head, one counting, one ready to receive if the jack's moved.
Always handy to have one right on that spot too.
Yes. Oh, an excellent effort by Riley as well. Get a,
Yeah, he's probably got a shot out of that.
yeah, very
He
close.
was travelling
Oh,
just a little bit, but his line was good.
Yeah, well, the Jack-Eye bowl probably would be shot. That distance on the camera is always a little deceptive, but it'll be pretty close either way. This one looks like we'll take any doubt out of it.
One. All over it.
Joel's fairly quick on the mat. He doesn't take any time to get his bowl away. Are we just going to run through, or is he going to use his bowl? Yeah, another handy area to be in. Found his way through all that traffic.
Yeah, did well to squeeze through there.
Yeah, not sure that was the intention, but it was the end.
He'll just be happy he didn't do any damage on the way through.
Yes.
He had a really good one with his first.
Exactly. So we expect the greens in the evening to just get a touch quicker as it cools down.
Yeah, just a touch. Yeah. Yeah, just a touch quicker. And sometimes on these outside rinks, you can just get that little bit more of a turn as well. But
Okay.
some really good shots being played on the other two rinks as well. The heads are really compact.
Yeah, it's a shame that we've only got cameras for one, isn't it? It's some terrific bowls that just don't get the vision, unfortunately, but you can't be everywhere. You get a little sense that this is a fairly important end for Capalaba to try and get hold of.
Yeah, I think so. I think, when I sat down, you said they were 7-0 up. To think they've only scored 3 shots after that.
Oh, and I think we've
just given that shot away.
given it away to Muzzy. Yeah.
Yep, sometimes when it's going bad, it all goes bad, doesn't it?
Well,
It's just a touch overweight. The
I
idea's right.
I might take back. You don't get a sense that it's a very important end for them.
Still plenty of time.
Put the mocker on them. Not that they've lost this end yet. Still plenty of bowls to come for this one. He's just laid this one up a little short.
All right, well, much the same shot here for Anthony, really. His weight
That's correct.
will be good enough just to roll his a couple, or can probably just sneak past it and
Will
sit
we get
the
back
shot
from this
bowl.
line though?
I think he's travelling a little bit.
Yeah.
His weight was good enough for what he needed.
Yeah, just missed that line out a little bit wide. What would Bakes be looking to try and do here, Kelsey?
I think he could probably afford to try and draw another and put more pressure on, because I think he's got the spot, doesn't he? That was Tyler's bowl on the spot, wasn't it? So
yes.
don't think there's any real danger here for him. He can try and, roll the other one in for shot, draw another. If he is, sneaks past, there is that blue bowl of Capalaba is just at the back there. He'd be covering that nicely, but I think it's just a confident draw. Still turn in nicely. It's coming to a very good home. That's another one on the spot. So maybe predicting a bit of weight.
Yeah, well, we all know Brad Piper is not adverse to.
Yeah, I was just
go.
thinking that as well when we played him. Yeah, absolutely. He had some ripper drives, gets them out really good.
Gets them away very smoothly, doesn't he? Yeah. You'll be able to tell in his setup whether he's looking for it. No, he's not this time.
Yeah, I think with Bakes loading up the tee there, it's probably made him just have to think a little bit more carefully about his choice of weight here.
He's given this away as well.
He's had a few the last couple of ends where he just hasn't trusted that hand will get back if you play the right weight. It will definitely get back there.
There we go. The centre rink measure for.
Is this a rebounding jack? I think it is because the jack was over there a second ago.
Well, we didn't.
You blink and you miss it.
That rebounded a hell of a long way.
All right, so that's going back on the tee. Well, actually beyond the tee, on the spot. So the spot's a metre past the tee.
Yes. Okay, so Blake's looking to add another. He's on a better line this time, or it was a good line before, but just not quite got the weight. Just dropped it off. I think Brad's paid a better line this time, hasn't he?
Chance. If he's got the right weight, it will turn. Here it comes. Here it comes.
What a great... Oh, he just did not need the touch on his front bowl. He needed to either get down and turn hard onto the bowl or just hold a fraction. He was very close. So another score goes up for Musgrave.
Yeah, the momentum just sticks with the Pelicans. Capalaba definitely need a big couple of conversions from their backhand players over the next few ends.
Yeah, they've all gone very quiet.
Yeah, absolutely need to build the spirits a bit.
Just looks like the game's sort of ambling on a little bit at the moment. They just need a little injection of something. It's not that they're not playing good bowls or they're very far out of anything.
That looks like a couple next door to Kane Nelson. So, I don't know, is that the start? Is that what they needed?
Yeah.
Is two enough?
Opportunity for Riley to jump on here. Tyler's left him some room. He's just hung it out wide himself. Hey.
What's happening behind us? All right, Algester 34, Pine Rivers 28. And Broady and Paradise Point are getting really close. 48-44 in favour of Broady.
That has tightened up, hasn't it?
And what's happening over there? Capalaba Reserve Grade are going great guns. They're up 62-36 against Pine Rivers Reserve Grade.
Which are the defending champions, if I'm correct, in the reserves. Is
Pine Rivers.
Pine Rivers?
Yeah. Oh
last
gosh.
year, or was it?
Don't ask. My memory's shocking.
Let's go with that.
Okay, sounds good. No. Burleigh Reserve Grade? Burleigh.
I've been corrected. There you go.
I can't remember who won a game of bowls last week, let alone last year.
Well, your problem is you're constantly on the green.
Hold on, where's Ryan Bester? Ask him. He'll know.
He's got the memory for it, has he?
Dave from Fraser Coast won both pairs of the fours last weekend.
Thank you for that useless information, Robbie.
Okay, so Riley's two have ended up
Yeah, he's
quite
ended up
nicely in the end.
He's got him off to a good start.
Yeah. Joel.
They look interested in this one.
Yeah, he's certainly coming into the right area. Would love to just touch it down into it. There we go. When you see a head set like this, though, you look at that and think that's still an inviting head to play confidently to, don't you?
Still advantage Capalaba. They can, draw a little touch for 3. It will definitely look juicy from the mat. This is coming in nicely.
Yeah, he's played this very well. Just needs to get a little...
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Jacks do go a fair way. He didn't really have a lot of weight on that.
Did squirt a little bit further than what he would want to, but
sometimes
you
it's not
you can't be too fussy.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's not a bad thing. If he had tried it a little less, they probably would have just belted it, wouldn't they? So
well, that's true too, yes.
This might just look a little bit uglier from the mat for Muzzy. There's just a couple of short ones he's got to get around here.
Yeah, well, he's got to be quite precise with his line, doesn't he? He can't afford to be tight, really, and run into that bowl on the way in.
Great little close-up of the delivery there. He gets it away beautifully.
Not quite going the distance. So a little bit more short traffic to negotiate now. Whereas Capalaba can just stay on this other hand, really.
Yeah, this hand turns in nicely, so they can probably draw these shot all the way around those short ones, the counters. Wouldn't hurt either if he can just sneak this one past the jack. It will be the first bowl of the end that's kind of past, well,
they'd like to get a bowl that's separated out of the pack.
Yeah, the way the head has ended up, we at the moment don't really have anything past, so.
Yeah, like another one in there and you're potentially going to play weight in and clear all that out.
Yeah,
but he's played this very well.
This is very good.
Oh, he's, again, just a little touch that he could have done without.
Yeah, but without that, I think he probably would have drawn another and would have, still had the spot.
Yes.
Okay, I think Bakes has called for a bit of weight, remembering that the maroon, white and yellow bowl of Muzzy is a toucher. Well, something's going to happen.
Well, that's a pretty good clean out there for him. Down to...
Yeah, Skip will be happy with that. Lots more room and only one down. All right, almost the same bowl required here. It was coming in nicely, his first one, without that little touch. Same weight.
He's a pretty fair track again. If he just holds out for a little longer. Oh, he's going to turn into that bowl.
Wow, it'll be interesting to see who's got shot there.
Yeah, that could...
it's probably a bit deceiving from here.
Could have turned it into the shot. Looking from the back of us here, still a little difficult to tell, but...
So while we've been watching this, Jacob Nelson scored a 3 on the last end. So now, a 3 and Kane scored a 2. That's 5 shots in 2 ends, and now there's only 10 the diff.
If you can keep that margin under the 10, you always feel that you're in the game, don't you? Across
absolutely.
3 rinks.
Yep.
As Bake's travelling for weight here, he's just blowing a bit of smoke, I think.
Just a touch, yeah. Now at that line.
You think Brad's looking at this cannon here? That's just
Yeah,
the way
possibly.
he's sizing
Well,
that up for.
I mean,
But that could go
has
terribly.
he got the next 4 potentially? I guess the only danger is that it's a toucher from memory.
Yeah. And if it gets onto Jack.
Yeah, so I suppose I'll just look at the angles and see if he can get it through.
Yeah, he did seem to
without
be
the
giving it some
jack.
consideration though there.
I suppose it also comes down to whether he's holding at the moment or not. No one's really indicated
No.
yet.
This might give us a bit of a thought.
Maybe slightly favour the blue, just looking at the...
Well, he's certainly playing some weight. Oh, very close. And
oh, it did go
wow,
on the jack.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we called all possibilities there. You know, it's not quite going your way when you elect a shot, you execute what you think. And
Yeah, look, I think, players of that standard, they would have assessed that and probably known in their hearts that it was going onto the jack and maybe just hoping that they got it on,
yeah, and
didn't get it right in the middle.
Blake's going to make him pay here. Yes, he is. That's a good bowl to the ditch there. Played that very well.
I suppose we'll never really know. I think tactically maybe not a good shot choice if they were holding,
Yes.
but if they were down, I mean, they did have 4 seconds, and I guess they just needed to hope that he got it, probably missed the plant and actually just got the ball out clean potentially. Now he's in a little bit of strife here. I'm not sure they've got a toucher, so he's just going to have to try and draw as close as he can.
Yeah, his bowl is third, so he could look to just sit that second into the ditch and cut down that way. His last bowl, so that'd have to be an easier shot, wouldn't it, to try and sit through to the ditch than draw to the ditch?
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to draw it. I suppose he's still a chance of drawing the shot.
Oh, well, there you go.
There is a little bit of room there.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just assuming he's looking for second, but
Yeah,
he was
I
definitely.
think. Yeah, there was probably, you can see there was probably about
Yeah.
a foot to draw the shot. So I guess whilst there's hope of
Yes,
getting
yeah,
the shot,
absolutely.
Perhaps that's why he chose that option. Just trying to get off that 10.
That's why
They've
I
been
play
stuck
Reggie's.
there for a while, haven't they?
They have, yeah. It's getting away, and they don't want to be that rink that drops right away and doesn't give the other two a chance to get in and bring it home.
Best has just drawn a toucher. Pretty handy start there from Tyler. Looks like Kane Nelson's won another end, so it's a couple in a row now.
Okay, they're starting to get a bit of a roll on, aren't they? This will end up in a good home here. Yeah, good lead ball. Yeah, 2 good bowls there from Tyler. And what do you have coming up on your bowls program?
Good question. Well, I've just got back from trials. So we had Commonwealth Games trials done at Traralgon in Victoria. So some
Be
of
a
the players...
sneaky outside chance to make the side, I would imagine.
I hope so. We'll give it my best. I'll give it my best crack.
Yes, of course.
See what happens. But we've got lots of good, talented players coming through.
Yeah, well, they keep pushing you, don't they?
Yeah. And from all reports, the boys spoke very highly of the way that Kane Nelson played, and we can see him just on the rink next door.
Okay.
And Ben Twist, another Jackaroo, he's also in the mix. got great experience and playing on indoor surfaces, especially over in the UK. So some strong chances for Com Game selection here on these rinks right now.
And when are those selections made?
It'll be sort of more like April, May next year. Yeah, so we're a fair way off. Lots of stuff that can happen between now and then. We're all sort of gearing up for the Australian Open. I think it's looking pretty good for record numbers. The Queenslanders have got state championships in a few weeks' time. I head to Scotland in 3 weeks for the World Indoor Championships. So playing the ladies singles against all the other winners of their national indoor events, and then teaming up with Jack McShane, who's a young kid that won the Australian Indoor from Sydney, and I think he's here playing for Algester actually, from memory. Did he play for Algester? Yes, he is. So he's behind us playing for Algester at the moment against Pine Rivers, and they've actually jumped away. Algester 41, Pine Rivers 28 after 44 ends.
Okay. Oh yes, he's skipping a rink there for Algester.
Yeah, very
Ryan
talented.
Digby, Thomas Blazic and Paul Gilbert.
And he made his BPL debut only a few weeks ago down at Moama, playing for the Melbourne Extreme. So definitely a name to look out for.
He stars on the rise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll be over there for a couple of weeks over sort of that Easter period. And then we actually head back to Scotland again in, I think it's the end of September, early October. All the Australian Jackaroos will be heading over to play against a few countries over there on some indoor surfaces, and that's all trials and preparation for Com Games.
Terrific.
So that'll be a big trip for everyone.
Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of preparation goes in to the Com Games, and thinking of it well out in advance, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so we're sort of early on in the process, I guess. We're still sort of at 10 girls and 10 boys, and we've got to get that down to 3 and 3.
Wow.
And then, of course, you've got the para event as well, which I think they're roughly at sort of 6, and they've got to get down to 2. So, yeah, it's a very cutthroat process.
Well, good luck to all of those that are involved in that.
Yeah, we're very, very fortunate. It's an amazing opportunity for bowls.
Yes.
There was so many sports that didn't even make the cut for Commonwealth Games, and bowls can proudly say that we're going to be there. And it's exciting, like whether I'm there or not, I'll be tuned in and well and truly invested in it, because I think it's the best opportunity for bowls I think I've ever seen in my time of playing, to only be competing with 9 other sports for broadcast time. It's going to be, I think we're going to get a lot of, hopefully, fingers crossed, bowls will get a lot of coverage throughout that Commonwealth Games, and yeah, lots of media attention.
And that's all this game needs, isn't it? A fair chance.
We just
of
need
exposure.
that lucky break, and I just have a really good feeling that this is it. This is what bowls needs. They're going with a really fast-paced format, very similar to the BPL. So I think it'll be very exciting. I think other sports will get behind bowls and embrace it and come and watch as well. So I think this is a massive opportunity.
So Tony, a little unlucky there, gets a piece of Jack, but straight back to the waiting bowl of Tyler,
which was the very first bowl played this end, and we said that it was just in a great little spot. Nothing better than your lead just plonking one, just a foot or 2 over. Yeah, sometimes in a good catching zone.
Sometimes that's where the value is, isn't it? Just in past, not necessarily having to be the shot, but there for the players to make something of that are coming behind you. Dean's coming on a pretty handy area here as well, if he can just drop in.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, be pretty happy with that.
Well, this has got to look pretty juicy from the mat, I reckon.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, he's just hailed wide. And really, it's the outside bowl that he wants to hit, isn't it? It's takes them clean, leaves
the jack where it is. Yep.
So he wasn't very far away from what his objective was. The Bakes will be potentially trying to change a little something up here. Just arrive on the head, roll a bowl, or
yeah, you just got to give it a friend, I guess. Those two bowls can go out clean as a whistle.
Oh, he's got the nice little walk there too. Yeah, well, that.
I think regardless whether he got the walk or not, he was going to be drawing third shot.
Yeah, he was. Yes,
probably
absolutely. But it changes where I was saying before. The objective is get the outside bowl, take them clean.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can probably still get all three of those bowls out clean without the jack.
If he gets the inside one first.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think we'll still be obviously seeing some weight here. I don't think he'll be mucking around with it.
Okay, well, that's two gone.
Yeah, so just reinforces the importance of Bake's last bowl there, doesn't it? Still managed to hold on for the shot, even though Pipes played a very good bowl.
Well, he's going to have to do it again because I'd say there'll be weight played again if he's got 2 seconds.
Stalking this one down. I think he doesn't mind it, but it's...
Yeah, I think the weight just looks...
Yeah, I think it's just going to not quite be there.
All right. Big shot here for Brian. He played a good one with his first. But he's going to have to do it again if he's going to get off 10, which they desperately need to do. They desperately need to win an N and change the length.
Well, there is an opportunity that if he does get the shot bowl on the left of screen, that it can potentially come over and take this bowl, the yellow bowl, with it, and then they've got the next few.
He's crashing. Isn't far off.
Yeah, but unfortunately at the moment it's for the Muzzy team. It's just any score will do on this rink, isn't it? Ones and take an end away from them.
Yep, absolutely. They're getting closer and closer to the finish line. They've played 15 ends and can see the masterboard's just blown out again to 15 shots. And I think Besto's holding shot on the far rink. So big shot here for Jacob Nelson, who has playing with a little bit of weight. He's given up on it.
And a good start by Tyler.
Well, it seems like at the moment, Musgrave Hill are definitely charging along. They're playing very well on all the rinks. Very consistent. There's no big numbers being dropped. None of the skips look like they've been in any trouble.
Yeah. Well, it's hard at the moment to see where it's going to come from for Capalaba because you've got Jacob and Ryan are playing a very tight game. There's been nothing in that game at all. Only 3 ends to go there, so you can't see that blowing out to any great degree in Capalaba's favour. So they've then got to look for some energy out of the other 2 rinks, and
I think even the energy from the spectators is definitely in favour of Muzzy too.
Yes,
that local crowd. There's a big contingent behind the rinks, and every time Muzzy play a shot, they're loud and
whatever supporters are down here for Capalaba, you wouldn't necessarily blame them if they've gotten over to the Reggie's camp, who are in front by 70 to 43. They're certainly having a better time of it over there. But there's a lot of Club Musgrave shirts in the crowd here, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've sort of piled down the side here and across the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
There's another good shot there.
All right, a couple of good shots here for Muzzy, but there's a couple of catches for Capalaba. Those two blue bowls are in good position again.
Yep.
Similar to the last end coming this way, they're in that good little catching zone.
Yeah, this one's not going to be too far away if it keeps working down here. Just going to get into the back again.
Musgrave Hill have had an interesting season because didn't they need to win their last game to even be here?
I think you're right, yes.
Yeah, so they're probably playing like a team that's like, right, we've started our finals campaign last weekend. We've played that awesome game to get here. Had to beat, I think it was Broadbeach.
Yep. Yeah, Broadbeach to put them out of the competition.
Yeah.
So you're on a high there. And the win, I'm sure that Ryan would have personally enjoyed, coming from his old club.
We've got a couple of questions here. So Jason wants to know the rink scores on Pine and Algester. I can tell you, so rink 1 is 12 all, which looks like it's Burno. Rink 2, 16-13.
So that's Aaron and Cohen.
Aaron and Cohen. And then rink 3 is 14-6.
So Jeremy Henry versus
Algester
Jake.
up 42-31. So yeah, so Colin and Jake are up. Burno and Pitsy are all square. And Broadbeach have just made a little move in the Reggies as well. They're now 61-49 against Paradise Point. Paradise Point got back to within 3 or 4, I think it was.
Yes.
And they've just jumped out again. And then we've got a question here from Warren. This particular game is an elimination final, so the loser is out.
Correct. The loser is out, and the winner goes through to play the minor semi-final this afternoon. Whereas the winner of the Pine Algester game goes through to play Burleigh in the afternoon in the major semi.
Yep.
And the loser of that game plays the winner of this game here.
Yeah, so I guess if you, as the scores stand now, if the game was to finish right now, we would see Musgrave Hill taking on Pine Rivers tonight and Burleigh taking on Algester. No, sorry,
No, the other way around.
Other way around, sorry.
Other way around, yeah. So Pine Rivers will take on Burleigh, which is that game.
The winner. Yeah, so at the moment, Algester are winning.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they're up 43-32.
Sorry. Had
yeah,
my
so
eyes upside down.
Burleigh versus Algester.
Yeah, Burleigh Algester, yes.
Yeah, and then Pine Rivers, Musgrave.
Correct. Okay, back to this head here. What do we got? We've still got Tyler's bowl is shot there. Tony probably second. So they've probably got at least 1 second, you would think. Yeah, Bakes is very close to something here. It's a good home.
All All right, Brad, he's had a little weight on his shoulders these last few ends, hasn't he?
He has. And he hasn't got an easy setup here
yeah,
either.
they haven't been easy shots for him, but
like he can play.
Capalaba desperately need him to play a big one here.
Exactly. He can play a very good bowl and still go down. Or he can... he's just going to come in under again, is he?
Yeah, it's just going to go.
What happens once he gets onto the...
Well, that's probably... That could be 3 to Muzzy. I think he's pushed that far enough through the hole. Muzzy are probably holding 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, well, Dean Bowl definitely looks to be second shot. Blake's out on the wing there, could well be third shot.
Yep. And the other bit of bad news for Capalaba is the back is looking in favour of Muzzy as well.
Well, the good news for them is they can't hear our commentary. Because that wouldn't inspire them too much. And Bakes is going back out the back for some added protection.
So he's trying to get one down the back, but not as far back as...
Yeah, just covering some...
Yeah, just covering in case that jack kind of squeezes through a gap there.
Yeah. Well, he certainly doesn't need to look to add anything to it. They're in the driver's seat right now.
Absolutely not. It's not a very big target, because at the end of the day, Muzzy will just be happy to score 1 this end. So there's plenty of gaps.
He's playing some weight. Removed 1. We didn't really get an indication of shots there, but let's see what goes up on the board.
2.
2.
All right, looks like Capalaba just kind of call a little rink meeting here. This could be potentially a bit of a change. They haven't changed their rink yet. They didn't do that before I jumped in.
They haven't made a change yet, and they've still got... well, they just played the 16th end, haven't they? So they've still got another 5 ends to make a difference. So, you know, there's no point in continuing to keep doing the same thing if you're not getting a result, is there?
No, I'd definitely be in favour of a little change here. Don't know the players well enough to make any suggestion whatsoever on what they should do, but I think anything would be good. Just to try and break that momentum.
Yes.
Not necessarily because anyone's playing worse than someone else. It's never to do with that. It's always just to try and change that momentum.
No, certainly not
the lead gets on the other side of the rink and it just changes things.
Yeah. No one's played poorly. They've just been on the wrong side of a few things. The Musgrave guys have played some good shots to get the jack into good positions.
Yeah, and the Muzzy guys have just played just a really tactically smart game. They haven't built up any massive heads. They've just got a couple in there, stayed away when they've had to.
Okay, so... So yeah, we've definitely had a change. Looks like Tony's going back to lead.
Okay, so the third's going to lead.
Yeah, third's gone to lead. Looks like lead will go to second, and
and then we'll see what happens after that.
Well, I'm assuming that Alf is going to third, because Pipes was walking up here by himself, and he told Alf to come with him. So yeah, that's a substantial change. And they don't really have any ends to settle into it. They need to just grab this and make it work straight up.
Pine River's reserve grade have just clawed back a few shots over there. So Capalaba are still leading 75 to 54, but they've only played 65 ends. With 4 rinks to be scoring shots, it's definitely doable.
Yes.
Capalaba need to
So 84. So
not go too defensive.
Still 19 ends left in that game, which is a lot of ends, isn't it? Okay, so the change up straight up. Alf's giving the jacket a little nudge and. Okay, and Riley's reached in behind, so far so good for the change. Yeah, Riley looks to be on a pretty fair line here. How's the weight looking? Yep, it's a very good bowl.
Yep, nicely done. It's good
There
enough.
we go. A master stroke so far.
Yeah.
As you said, sometimes that's just that circuit breaker change of mentality.
Well, not sure what's happening on that far ring, but Besto drove. He did take the closest bowl off the ring. The rest of them all stayed, so I don't know. There wasn't a big cheer from Muzzy, so I'm guessing Capalaba are still holding a few there.
Yeah, well, they're in the situation now where they've just got to try and get as many in as they can and hope and hang on.
Just to settle here. Let's just run on a little bit. It's not going to hurt there.
Opportunity for them to put another one in the head here and put a little bit of pressure back onto the Musgrave side.
Well, just heard the biggest roar of the day so far since I've been here anyway, and it goes to Ryan Burnett's rink. They're very happy. Let's see what the outcome is.
Well, hard to tell what Bakes was thinking there with his hand gesture. It's either I'll just get another one in the area, or
Okay.
I'm going to go and look at that bowl. I'm not too sure which it will be here.
Well,
Looks like a little bit of weight here. Yep. Oh,
Ooh, obviously thinks there's a chance of getting both bowls out clean.
And Pipes is going to put another one in here into a counting position. Well, I'd say Bakes went wait once, he's going twice with a bigger target.
Yep, here he goes. Oh, there's a gap.
Okay, so
Okay.
what are we holding? 3 plus. Yeah, the fourth shot would be the grey and white bowls there. So holding 3 with a free look at a fourth. The hardest.
Yeah, and I think that's all he's got on. He's just got to try and draw another for 4.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
Don't
anything
think there's
else.
anything for shots, no.
No tricky shots on.
But it's the hardest shot in bowls, isn't it? The free draw.
Yes. Oh, he's had a good practice on with his first one. And just behind us, we've got Pine Rivers. So the big cheer, we were right. We think it was a 6 to Pine Rivers. So the score's gone to 46-41. So Algester only 5 in front now after 52 ends.
And the 3, he just slid off the incoming bowl. And not looking particularly happy with himself. Like, he played quite a reasonable bowl. He was in the target area and he just fraction tight and turned off it. If he had have landed solid, he would have stayed in. So the margin now out to 19 with, how many ends have we got here? 51 played, so 12 to go. Not undoable, but a difficult task.
Yeah, it's just difficult when you've got to be, you're always going to, from here on in, be looking for 3s and 4s and 5s, and they're going to be hard to get against a team that are playing so consistently well and with such great backhand players that can always just, stand up there and smash them all to smithereens. So it can be done, but it's going to require perfection from Capalaba. Probably a touch of luck as well. Never goes astray, does it, in this situation?
No, any good bowls game, you need a little luck, but generally you do make your own luck in this game, don't you? It's a matter of the luck goes to the team that has the majority of bowls in the area.
Yep, in that good catching zone. Yep, give your bowl a chance.
And Musgrave can afford now to play that game of let's just cover things, make sure there's no opportunities for big scores. If we drop a 1, that's okay.
He's on a good track.
And I'd kick myself having an opportunity sitting to you this long if I didn't ask you, have you heard of the Groat?
The Groat?
The Groat.
No, I haven't.
You haven't heard of the Groat?
I haven't.
Well, some of your listeners out there will know who the Groat is. So that's my alter ego.
Okay, tell me more.
The Groat is the greatest Reggie of all time. Self-professed.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's a whole criteria around which has very little to do with bowls ability.
Oh, right.
But it's a bit of a parody on, how bowlers all like to think that they're much better than they are. Well, that's the Groat.
Okay, all right. Well, your time will come.
It's been.
Did I see you guys praying last week before the game?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I led the team in prayer to the Lord. We had a reasonably ordinary season, so we did put it in the good Lord's hand, and he let us down. Okay. So we went for Lucifer in the next game.
Oh, gosh.
And he delivered.
Wow, okay.
So I don't know if we're into devil worship in Hamilton now, but Yeah, it's all a little bit of fun. So on those long trips away, when you don't have a lot to do,
Yes.
get onto your Facebook, look up Greatest Reggie.
Yeah, okay.
There'll
Have
be
you got a Facebook page?
Oh yes,
You have?
I have a Facebook page. I have merchandise.
Have you patented this?
No.
Oh, geez,
no,
get
there's
onto
not
that quickly.
There's not too many people that really think that's going to take off. But, so I'll send you an invitation, and you might get a laugh.
I love it. I definitely will. All right, couple here to Capalaba. Things have just changed these last couple of ends for Capalaba. Hopefully, for them, for their story, that it's not too late, but we will see.
Well,
it'd be a great story to tell, wouldn't it?
You just want to come home with momentum, don't you?
Yeah.
You give yourself at least a look in, and give yourself some hope. Oh, here we go, Dave Keogh. Good thing it has nothing to do with Bowles' ability, great. Yeah, Dave knows me well. I've had people come up and argue that I'm not the greatest reserve player of all time. And
from other clubs or from your club?
Oh, no, from other clubs.
Okay.
And
that's why I think you need to patent this. I think there would be a lot of players at other clubs that would feel the same about themselves.
Yes, but I do tell them to look at the criteria. The criteria has a few Bowles things, but it does end off of being 6'4" and a size 15 shoe is part of the criteria.
Yeah, right.
So if you don't meet those two things,
no,
you don't even get a chance.
No, that's unique. That's hard to find.
Yeah. We all have to have our thing. Okay, so...
did he sneak in for another? Is that last one maybe just snuck in for third? Probably doesn't look like it on the camera, but it's a chance. Lucky we're playing undercover.
Yes, a little bit of
rain. We haven't had enough rain on the Gold Coast. We just need a bit more.
You need to keep things green. Okay, this is just going to get through the gap.
Ooh.
So this is one of those situations here where you need to do two things with your bowl. You need some cover, but you need some runs. And I guess in this situation, you've just got to keep trying to count, doesn't he?
Yep, just got to pile him in and hope Bakes misses. There is a gap there. It's not very big, but we've seen Dean go through it.
Well, the best thing this one can do is keep coming now.
Yeah, I think judging by the reaction, he was definitely trying to draw another, but it's just overplayed it a little bit. I think he doesn't want to be sure, wants to make sure he's got something to sit on there. So
make all their mistakes like in this game, and you can't go too far wrong.
I feel like it's going to hit that ball. What's it going to do after that?
And gets a result. Well, when things are going your way.
Yeah. How often do we see that?
Well, we may well see Pipes try and keep that same weight now and try and get that jack, trail that jack back to his first bowl. Give himself a chance at two.
Yeah, I agree. One's not going to be enough, so he's definitely going to have to try and pull a rabbit out of a hat here. And sneak past the front one and get the jack. No, he's turned his back. He's under.
Yeah. Not what he was looking for, but been under a little pressure. It's very hard to keep lifting yourself up.
Well, no surprises that Ryan Bester was the first to finish. I'm not sure what happened on their last end.
Thank you, Gail Gary. We love you, Groat. This is turning into the Groat show for the last couple of ends. The rain's got a little heavier too, hasn't it?
It is really coming down.
Yeah, good bowl here by Sean Baker.
So there'll be another 2, maybe? No, just the one.
Well, that's all they need to do. So we've Jacob Nelson and Ryan Bester's rink is finished. Ryan Bester ran out winner 2017.
Yeah, that was looked like a really solid game. Good performance from both rinks.
I think that well, I'm not 100% sure, but that margin of 3 at the end was probably the biggest margin of that rink for quite some time.
Potentially, yeah.
So it seemed very close for a lot of ends. Unfortunately for Capalaba, Benny Twist has given Kane Nelson a bit of a touch up there and his team, 21-19 with still 4 to play.
Yeah, Ben was stuck on 14 for a few ends, but then that rink's just taken off. So I think we're probably not too far away from seeing these guys shake hands. So I will just keep a little look at what's happening behind us. So Pine Rivers and Algester, there's 4 the diff now, 55 ends played.
Yeah, certainly anybody's game, that one now. The experience of Pine Rivers will be invaluable coming into the end of this game. They're certainly well seasoned in this competition.
Yeah, if anyone's game enough now that they've seen this result and knowing, you know, Burleigh were minor premiers coming to play tonight, if anyone's game enough to try and pick a winner now,
yes, good luck to you.
Send your predictions through. Capalaba reserve grade have jumped away again, so I think we can pretty well comfortably say that they will take that one over the Pine Rivers reserve grade. And Broadbeach are also looking pretty comfortable now against Paradise Point. Bake's calling for one down the back.
Yeah, well, he's got.
I cover the spot.
The first 3 are all counting, so front end has done their job there, and having the luxury of covering a spot, and he's played that very well. The value of getting that done first bowl, then they can go back and start to look at where else they want to now cover, what else they want to do.
Yeah, start looking at the different angles. Yeah, work out where that jack's going to go. I think if Musgrave score on this end and Ben Twist and the Muzzy crew score on that end as well, I think we'll probably see them all shake hands. You can really tell this Algester and Pine Rivers game's pretty tense. I feel like we've been waiting forever for one of them just to finish and end.
Right.
We've been on 50-46 for a while here, so lots of discussions. Obviously getting to the pointy end now. Every bowl is so important.
Did you want to go through their rink scores?
Oh,
yeah. The guys out there?
Let's have a squiz. All right, so rink 1. 18-17 in favour of Pine Rivers, which is
Fitzy and
Ryan Burnett. Rink 2, 2018 in favour of Pine Rivers. So that's Huey and Colin. And then Rink 3 is 8-15. So in favour of Algester on that one. So Jack McShane getting the better of Jeremy Henry in that particular rink. And it looks like Jack McShane and Jeremy Henry will probably at this rate be the last rink to finish. So they've only played 17 ends.
Okay.
Huey's on his last end. And Burno's got 2.5 left to play. So it may all come down on the shoulders of Big Jez.
Well, that's the beauty of
Jack McShane.
It's the beauty of a team game, isn't it? That you can, in this instance, Jeremy's behind, but he can still have the major bearing on the overall result. Doesn't have to win his rink, just has to win from here.
Yep.
And what a luxury that Muzzy has on this particular end here. 3 bowls straight on. Now they're just putting bowls in every spot on the green.
Covering everything. This one looks like he's going for the killer blow. Try and draw another.
That's perfect.
Good. Might just take the shelf away a little bit.
Gives himself a little clap as well. Hey, very happy.
Confidence of these Pelicans.
Yeah. Flying high.
Certainly are. They're playing very, very well.
Yeah, they're not here to eat scraps from down the dock today.
So Twisty's scored 1 on the middle rink.
And pipes. Oh, brilliant shot. 4 down, 1 up. But all a little bit too little too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, ones are just not going to cut it at the moment. And there's every chance Bakes might get this straight out.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think he'll be trying too
pretty
hard, but he
close,
certainly is.
isn't he?
And look, he's claimed it.
I think that's game over,
Yeah, they're riding
folks.
high. Making a bit of noise now around the traps. They know they're just a bowl away from being home.
Sorry, I didn't realise Brad had a bowl to come. All right, big one here. 5 down. At least 5.
He's given it a chance. Is he going to get back down in time? He's certainly trying hard. Just gonna hold a little bit high.
Well, he's reduced it considerably.
Great effort. Looks like we're playing on. No thought of. What have we got technically? We've got 6 ends to go. Have we got? Oh no, make that.
No, I think there should be less.
5 ends to go now. 5 ends to go, and a difference of 27. That's 5 and 6 an end, which is not going to happen. That's trying to get the crowd going.
So Algester 51, Pine Rivers 47. So a 1 to either side scored on those last couple of ends. And they've played 57 ends. Oh, Aljusta Muzzy final, according to Jason.
Okay. First man to make a prediction. Get straight to the TAB and put that one on.
I think Burley will be happy about that, but you know, just thinking it is tough sometimes when you have that game off. You got to come up against a team that's got a bit of momentum.
Yes. Yes, the elimination final's always one of those ones where you make your final. The one that goes through to the next round feels really legitimised around their season. They've got there, they're still in. The letdown for the team that loses this one is pretty big, because you've made a final and just not gone anywhere from it. It's a difficult one. But you need to be there to compete, so done something that the other 6 teams in the competition didn't do.
That was a bit of a whoopsies one. That one was travelling a little bit.
Yes.
He's laughing about it now because it didn't hit the jack.
And you know that as soon as it comes out of your hand, don't you? You know you're in danger land. So a little up and down for shot there.
I feel like just the last 3 ends, also the quality of the game has just dropped a little bit. I think everyone can sort of feel.
Yes. They know where the result is. And
yeah, they're just.
Yeah, it's hard to keep that intensity when you get into that situation, isn't it? When you're in front, all you want to do is get to the end, and when you're the other side, you just want to get out of there.
I think sometimes when you're chasing 2, you can just start trying even harder, and you can just overthink it a little. So they actually weren't playing poorly.
No, not at all. And that's the thing. It's still been, even though the score is a little lopsided, it's still been a good game of bowls. It's been entertaining for everybody out there to watch. Capalaba guys can sit back for the afternoon, and they've got their Reggies through to the final, so they can sit back and enjoy the rest of their day. Look at what enjoy the success they've had for the season. Get around each other and still make a good afternoon of it.
Could be another one. There's still a bit of room here for Dean. Alright, Alfie just needs to add a little. Oh, he's not happy. He's chucked it out a little. Struggle to get back from there. Not far off. Alright, 51-48 to Pine Rivers. Pine Rivers have got one over there, Robbie.
Are we staying on air, Robbie, for the finalisation over the back here, or? No. So yeah. Yeah, well, this one, they haven't pulled up stumps here yet, so they might do us a favour and stay out there a little bit longer so we can see a bit more of a result over the back here. But just in case, if you're in the area, you better get down here and see it for yourselves.
Yeah, I think there'll be some great atmosphere tonight. Lots of good games. Playing under the lights here, it's good. All right, Bakes has played good weight with his first one. Just got to make a little adjustment here.
So the middle rink here.
In nicely.
Sorry. Middle rink here have just decide they'd like to just try and sink the jack. Only one player had to go at it though. The second one decided to try and draw.
No, not far off. You can see he was just looking for that muzzy bowl, the yellow, white and maroon.
Okay, I think they're asking why they're playing on.
One to muzzy. It's a bit deceiving, that one.
Okay.
That sort of jack high-ish bowl was the shot.
They've called it. They've shaking hands.
Looks like everyone's shaking hands. So congratulations to Musgrave Hill, the Musgrave Pelicans. They survived the Elimination Final and now play the loser of Pine Rivers and Algester. 3 the diff over there.
Yeah, so they'll get to get off and have a little extra rest time in between while they wait for the other game to finish. So what's happening, Robbie? Are we wrapping up or are we going to stay on for a few minutes? What are we doing, mate? Yeah. Just tell us when we say goodbye.
All right, I think if you're a
2 or 3 minutes.
Pine Rivers supporter, I think you've got to be thinking good vibes here for Jeremy Henry.
Robbie says we'll be
like
just staying on air for 2 or 3 more minutes.
Looks like he's down a couple here. He's gone through the gap. No, he hasn't. I'll take that back. He sat on the shot bowl. He's got the shot. All right, so this is maybe a couple to Pine Rivers. Well, that's even more interesting if it is 2. That's only 1 the diff if that's the case. We'll wait and see.
So in the reserves, Broadbeach are on 80 ends and they're 81.57. So they're home in the reserves in the that one, and on the other side of the fence in the reserves, Capalaba 90 against 63 for Pine Rivers. They're still playing, but there's only 3 ends to go there, so looks like they've decided to play that game right out to the end.
Alrighty, so in this Algester Pine Rivers game, Aaron Houston and Colin Lifton are all done and dusted. Huey got up 21-18.
Well, has just played a big shot. Trying to get the crowd up and running with them as well.
Is that Trent, I think? Is it Trent? So Ryan Burnett and Glenn Pitts are on the furthest ring. They've got 2 ends to play. The skips are going up to play now. And Jeremy Henry and Jack McShane have got 2 ends to play, and the leads have only just kicked off that second last end there. So 1 the diff, Algester. have still got their noses in front.
Okay, so we know that Algester are holding on that end rink, but we don't know if it's only the one. We're too far away from them to be able to tell. But they're holding one.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Ryan only has one bowl left to play. Oh, there we go.
You did well there.
We've got our backs turned to the screen, and we didn't, so the people at home can see more than we can see. Good on you, Robbie. What a champion.
Andrew Todd's got one right on the jack for Jeremy Henry's rink.
Let them know the schedule for 5 o'clock.
What time roughly for the next game? Abraham wants to know.
Yeah, so I think it's a 5 p.m. start. These guys have all got to go and have a bite to eat. Back about 5 p.m. Alright, so we've got a pretty good shot of the head here. So this is Ryan Burnett on the mat now. He's down, we don't know how many. On his bowl, you'll see it just coming into play in a second.
Well, you'd assume from the reaction there he's put an Algester bowl through onto the
I
jack.
think that's Brendan Wilson's bowl, potentially.
Yeah, well, there wasn't much of a reaction for it, was there?
No, they didn't seem very excited, so maybe it's...
Maybe out of respect for the fact that it hit the pack and it wasn't what he was trying to do, or they've, as I say, they put a bowl through that's not theirs.
Some of these viewers will know more than us, so they'll know their players and they'll know which bowls are which.
His bowl's coming in on the forehand here. Keeping an eye on it. Oh, he was a little bit hotter than he wanted to be, I'd imagine.
Yep, they've
Oh, okay, so it was a Pine Rivers. It was a Pine Rivers bowl that came through. They just didn't. Obviously, no reaction because it.
Maybe it wasn't what they were trying to.
Little respect
to do,
of the, for the shot that he didn't quite get it the way he thought he wanted to get it.
So on the other rink, Andrew Todd's bowl's still on the jack. Mark Armstrong's got the second shot, but it's a good 2.5 feet away. There is a little bit of room. It's probably not the best end that these guys have played so far. So Mark Armstrong's just playing his second bowl here. Just needs to add a couple of feet.
So we're at 51 all. 3 ends remaining. Okay, I've got to measure for length of jack over on the end rink.
Just add to the tension.
From here, it looks well in, but let's see. Yeah. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, well in. Must have been 6 inches in that.
All right, so Jeremy Henry's dropped a little bit short with his first, so a bit unsure whether it's 1 or 2 to Pine Rivers here. Ryan Digby's bowl looks a very similar distance to Mark Armstrong's first one there, so unsure, but still one bowl fairly close to the jack, within about a foot, and the next couple are all sort of that 2.5 feet away. So Jack McShane's just going to play his first bowl now.
Interestingly, on the end rink, Brendan Wilson is at lead. He started at second, so at some stage through the game there, they've had a change with Michael Breen, I would imagine, going to second.
All right, I think Jack's got second shot out of that. So decisions here for Jeremy. Okay. All right, I think his teammates are calling him to draw another. It's probably only got about 1.5 feet. Good start for Pine Rivers on that end ring. Brendan's got one on and Breeny's got one probably 2 feet short, second shot. All right, Jeremy, they're all watching it. So you got the jack.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Yep, Toddy's bowl, so
two. Two, they're happy with it. 2, I think.
Big opportunity here for your upcoming partner.
Yeah, my mixed pairs partner. All right, he's chasing it. Teammates are starting to get interested.
Oh, he's very close, isn't he?
Has he got the jack?
Oh, he's one down.
Well, he's reduced the count nonetheless.
Yes.
All right,
So,
Pine Rivers
advantage to Pine.
hit the lead.
2 ends to go.
That's probably the first time. Well, it's definitely the first time since I've sat here that they've been in front.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not sure what happened in the opening few ends, but certainly in the majority of the game, it's the first time they've been in front. And holding shot on the end rink at the moment.
Yeah, just the one. Looks like Eldrester have got one just in past second shot. Chris Rosanne's just played a good one, so I reckon it's back to 2 or 3 for Pine Rivers.
Definitely.
There's a pole in the way. All right, we're just going to watch the deliveries because we've got a pole in the way. It's all right.
Okay.
Oh, the young fella's done it again. Is that Trent again? Alrighty, unfortunately the jack on both rinks is hidden by a couple of big poles. So we'll do our best to let you know what's happening. But Chris Rosannes is playing his second ball. He's now down because young Trent has got one right on it. He's just missed
just
it.
slipped through, hasn't he? Very. And on the other rink here, it's nobody's played a bowl yet that's going to determine the end. Everything is just 3 feet or more just past the head. Next one down also has got a little bit of pace on it, so just crying out for somebody to nail it.
All right, the young fella for just has played another good one there. A bit hard to say. He could have two.
Yeah, from here it looks like it probably is.
He sort of sat on his own shot bowl, kind of one in, one out.
Yeah.
But whether the other one stayed,
the gap between the two bowls is not very much, is it? And I think it definitely is closer than the front one. And Ryan's down. He's looking to have something to say about it. Although from here, is he a little high, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, no one moved a muscle, did they?
No. So he's just played a bowl that's gone past the head and hasn't changed anything. And on the near rink, we've now had a couple of bowls put close, and Algester is holding one there with the what do we got here? The thirds are just about to go to the mat.
Yeah, so I think that's Thomas. Is it Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Thomas has drawn one just sort of jack high, less than a foot away.
Pitsy's also.
Oh, Pitsy. I don't know if he was meaning to do that, but I reckon he's sat kind of his closest bowl out. It could be 3 now.
Yes.
He sort of didn't get excited about it, so I feel like maybe that's not what he was trying to do. But
yeah, but I think I saw him gesture three fingers up there. Again, we're a little bit of distance away, so hard to be definitive, but he's certainly got 3 fingers resting on his cheek at the moment. Does that
oh, Mark Armstrong's missed the jack by a millimetre, I reckon. So definitely advantage Algester here. They are 1 behind on the master board, but it looks like they're holding 3 on one rank and holding 1 on the other. Ryan Burnett is just about to play his last bowl.
Yeah, another good bowl there for Algester on the near rink here.
All right, he's not playing weight at it. Looks like he's just trying to draw it off.
Again, he looks high from here, is he? Oh,
he's gone through the gap.
He's just gone through it.
He's gone through the gap.
It
doesn't even look like there's a gap here, but
no, and looks like
we're on a funny angle though. But
looks like there's definitely a couple down, and Pitsy has 1 to play.
okay, they're having a really good look at this.
Such an important shot. Every shot here counts.
I can't even work out who's on his team now. He's got 5 people telling him what to do here.
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Who's on his... All right, so he's definitely got 2, I guess. 2.
Yeah, he's just trying to work out what the safest hand to play here is without.
Now he's got 6 people on his rink.
So I think he's going to be on the backhand. I think that's the safest way in. He's just got to clear the short bowl on the way in.
Yeah. Oh, my gut feeling is he's quick.
Yes. He certainly is.
He's definitely quick.
Okay. So that's 2. 2 to Algester. They hit the lead. Yes. So 53-52, 1 into play. Algester holding shot at the moment on the rink that's left to play with, where are we up to there? The thirds?
Yeah, the
Thirds still in play? Or have
no,
they
well, Mark
finished?
Armstrong's played both his bowls, so I think this is just Ryan Digby's final bowl of the end, and then it will be over to the skips. So Mark Armstrong played weight with his last one and
Yes.
just missed the jack.
Now,
So
this-
Pine Rivers have got best back.
Yes. You would think that you would be seriously considering matching that back bowl, wouldn't you? Or getting to the spot. One up on the big board, one on the green with, I think the bowl just in behind them is theirs as well, the green
So
one.
remind me, the yellow one was
The yellow
Pine
one-
Rivers.
the
The,
yellow one is
green one
Pine.
just behind, I think, is Ryan's Digby's first bowl.
Yep, so that they could potentially, that could be
They've
second
got
shot.
First and second, or first
First
and
and
third.
second or first and third at worst. So you would think that they would be looking to get some cover out here. They can't afford to give these guys a shot to play the jack through for runs. And yes, I think by the look of that line and that speed, he's definitely going towards the back. Oh, he's got
Crashed.
caught up.
Yeah, he
Got
crashed.
caught up on a bowl that he really didn't want to be anywhere near. So that's one opportunity to cover gone. Okay, so this second shot's obviously close. They're having a look at it. He's not indicating anything, so we can't get anything out of that.
I don't really understand Irish. Can you work out what he's saying?
No, I haven't had a beer yet today, so
Okay.
so it looks like they're
Okay,
asking to play a
like a
metre or
yard?
two through, yeah,
Yeah, maybe is the
through the
final
shot bowl
verdict.
onto the jack, and
Trying to
obviously believe
sit and stay.
probably kick the jack back to the two greyish looking bowls out the back there,
Yeah.
and the yellow. Maybe that's all three of theirs there, the greys and the yellow.
This is,
would that be right?
It's a tough weight to play on this green, but it is on the really good hand, that nice swoopy hand. So if that's what he's trying to just do, play a couple of yards down there on that forehand, try and sit the bowl or trail the jack. Oh no, he's got a bit more on it.
Yeah, it's more than a yard, isn't
That's more than a yard. That's
it? And I think he's high, isn't he? Yeah.
he's
Okay, so only one left for Jezza. Decision time for these guys as to Jezza's played his hand. He's shown them what he's likely to play.
yep.
So that's their best information they have. They've got to go with the belief that he's going to play that same shot again. And the longer he stands looking at it, the less things change. Look at the
So-
crowd that's gathered around here now.
Yeah, look, everyone's watching it. It's a very exciting finish. Shame it's playing in the opposite direction to the crowd, but
Yes.
if I can try and describe, I think I feel as though the shot bowl looks like it's slightly in front of the jack, so it seems like percentage-wise it would be quite difficult for Jeremy to get it out clean as a whistle and stay for two with the weight that he played. So
Yes.
I mean, again, we're sitting we're about
Yes.
five rinks away and on a funny angle, but it does look like it's
bowl,
short.
It looks like a bowl in front and to the right of the jack. Okay, so he looks like he's just trying to
Yeah, no, he's
get
running
behind.
for cover. Yeah.
Trying to get behind here. Just yeah, and I think he's going to land it in the pit, isn't he? Oh,
Yeah, it's just dropped in.
1 foot too far. That That means game on now for Jezza.
Yeah, so Jeremy can get, if he just needs one for the draw, and they'll go back out and each play an end. And if somehow he can manage to make 2 and make, well, I suppose Jack's actually got last bowl, so.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? No, maybe he doesn't. I can't see.
They.
Yeah, Pine Rivers scored the last end, didn't they? Jack got second shot, so he must have a bowl down there somewhere.
Yeah.
So this is Jeremy's last, but Jack does have the right to reply with the last bowl if Jeremy
does something.
Can do something here.
So have you ever been in that situation where you've finished your game, it's all tied up, and you've had to get your bowls back out?
We've done it in ladies pennant. In ladies pennant, we've had had a draw, and we've had to go back out, and then we've had a draw again, and we've had to play another end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So not an easy thing to do when you think you're done and you're relaxed and.
All right, so bigger weight this time.
So it's all or nothing here.
Okay, still looking at it, still looking at it, still looking.
And he's
under.
So it's an Algesta win. So Algesta go through and play the major semi. And
1 to Algesta. Yep, so 54-52. So Algesta go through and play Burleigh heads.
So they retain 2 more bites of the cherry, and Pine Rivers are now in a win or out situation
with
from
Muzzy.
here on in.
Yep.
So well done to the team of Algesta, and that's us done for this game, guys. So thanks for being with us, and tune back in for the evening game, which should be a fantastic game. Looking at 5 o'clock, and Robbie's just pointing out to us a bit of heavy-looking cloud and rain that might descend upon us. But quite frankly, in this great club Helensvale, we don't care.
We don't care. No, just get here quickly so you get to park and don't get wet on the way in.
All right. Well, thanks, Kelsey. I've really enjoyed spending a little bit of time on the commentary with you, and good luck for your upcoming events that you have.
Thank you. Go the Hawkies tonight.
Cheers all.